Am I audible to each and every one of you present here?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible clearly.
Thank you, dear.
Ma'am, you are audible to me.
Thank you. So, good evening, my
Ma'am,
beautiful
not
people.
you audible.
It is in Yes, I've started. So, good evening, my beautiful people. It is indeed an exquisite joy to have you all here tonight. If you're brand new to my session, then let me introduce myself. Hey there, I'm Dr. Bhuvi, and I'm your IELTS host for the evening. I'm a non-native speaker of English. By the way, I'm so glad that some of my steadfast regulars showed up here as well. You know by now that I try to be the best version of myself. I'm putting my best foot forward, and I try to the best of my ability to clarify your concerns and conundrums. On top of that, I'm also here to give you some actionable tips that you can possibly incorporate in your everyday speaking. And tonight, my folks, it is the second day, or should I say, it is the day of my second session of masterclass. And by that, I mean welcome to the intricate world of intermediates. By intricate, I mean, I know that you are all comfortably placed halfway there. You can manage, yet you do face a lot of challenges, and that can be quite convoluting for you. And here is why I have come to play a tiny yet pivotal part. I'm here to help you clear the fog of apprehension that you might be facing when speaking English, since today is for intermediates and it is one of those sessions that requires lengthy speech at a stretch. I request those of you who are beginners to actively listen, pay attention to the participants, and enhance your speaking abilities. I hope the next 2 or 3 hours, depending upon the number of participants of my session, will serve as an éclaircissement for any complex queries you might have. Not only that, I hope this session will be your personal dopamine dose after a frenetic day at work. Well, I'm quite chuffed for tonight's session. It is a usual one-on-one session, so hold your horses. I just want to start out this session on a really positive spirit. So I'm just going to hum a few lines or sing a few lines to get you start on a really, really encouraging as well as entertaining note. Okay. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. We are not afraid. We are not afraid. We are not afraid today. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we are not afraid today. We shall live in peace. We shall live in peace. We shall live in peace someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall live in peace someday. This is just to kick off this whole session on a really, really light-hearted, fun, yet unconventional, should I say, on a really, really invigorating note. So I'll just check with the names and we shall commence. Okay. Let me just check. I hope that I was audible enough to each and every one of you present around here. Okay. And I do have 6 participants' names at hand, and I'm so delighted. Some of these names, I think I have hosted them previously. So first of all, it's going to be Pavan Sharma, and wow, the first 5 people are IELTS aspirants, I believe. So it's just going to be a really, really long, yet intriguing night for all of us. So first of all, it's going to be Pavan Sharma. Hi, Pavan, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. What about you, ma'am?
I'm doing really, really ecstatic. Thank you so much, Pawan. Today has been a really, really productive day for me. And I'm super happy and, as usual, super pumped up with excitement to see you all. Not see you all. I mean, literally. I mean, to hear all of you for tonight. So, Pawan, tell me, how's your preparation going in this 1 week? I know before you weren't preparing exactly, but how's your preparation going on this week, Pawan? Pavin, this is not the kind of response I wanted to hear from you. Nevertheless, you know what? I'm here to brighten up your spirits. So let's just start, okay? Today is all about cue cards, which is my utmost favorite. If at all you've been listening to me previously, you would know that I just absolutely love cue cards because cue cards is a really, really fun way to let me know about how your way of thinking, your approach towards my different questions, right? So Q card round it is, and it is going to be intermediate level. Okay, so B1, B2 level it is. So let's just see how you guys are doing. And if at all, any one of you who've joined just now, right, who are practically new to my session, I humbly request you guys, if at all you want to take part, and I do have the next couple of hours free just for you guys. Okay, so please give me your names, enter your names in the website. Okay, and I will take your names one by one. Okay, Pavan, let's just proceed with you. So I'm just going to be asking you a cue card from the latest edition of Makar PDF that you shared with me. So let me just pick a really, really interesting, unique and interesting question to you, Pavan. I'm not going to post the question in the group chat, okay? Give me a moment, Pavan. This is going to be really, really unique yet interesting. Of course, I know I repeated this, but yes, there are some new cue cards that caught my eye. Let me just check. Pavan, you're going to answer. Wait a second. Let me just take that question. Question number 50. I don't know if you have the Makkar book, but please don't look at the answer, Pavan. I want you to give me uh, your own answer, not memorized or rehearsed answers. Rehearsed answers won't do, okay? I think one or two. You're not going to take that particular page, Pavan. Then you're going to look at adjectives or some other ideas, which I'm not going to allow. You're going to refrain from that. Pavan, I'm going to say it out aloud. Let me just test your listening capabilities. Okay? Pavan? This is a very easy question, but I think when you talk at length, this is going to be an intermediate level question. So let's see how you do. Pavan, your question for the day is describe a place where you saw animals. I repeat, describe a place where you saw animals. You should say when you went there, who you went with, what animals you saw there, and explain how you felt about the place. Did you get my question, Pavan? Yes. You should say when you went there, who you went along with, what animals you saw there, and explain how you felt about the place. Okay? Um, I'm going to give you 1 minute time for preparation, and your time for preparation precisely starts now, Pavan. Pavan, your time's up. Please start.
Yet sometimes I want to visit some.
Pavan, your voice is not audible. Please start from beginning.
Although I am a very busy person, yet sometimes I want to go for outing to see our nature's natural beauty. So for showing animals, I visited in a zoo which is in Chandigarh, Jatbir Zoo. I went there last year and I went there with my family members to begin with. Firstly, I saw an elephant and I saw it for the first time in my life. It was massive and I was mesmerized after seeing it. Apart from that, I saw hippopotamus. It was also huge, but hippopotamus had glowing, glossy skins unlike the elephant. Apart from that, I saw a zebra over there and was mesmerized after seeing it because of its beauty. It was challenging to describe whether the black skin has white strips on it, on the white skin has black strips on it. So that was fascinating thing. I felt perfect about the place because I live a city with a lot of hustle and bustle. So every day I experience traffic jams and loud noises going to zoo where there is a lot of nature, where nature creations are, and where there is a nature creations are, and where there is a forest kind of environment. So it was a mind blowing experience. I came across a different world and I only imagined in my dreams. So I like that place very much and would like to visit again so that I can feel its natural beauty. Although this place is very famous, yet we can find affordable room rates and accommodations. I just eat 100 rupees full plate uh, rice, pulse and rice. So I enjoyed this place and I would like to recommend my friends too that you must visit that place. Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Pavan. Thank you so much, Pavan. Thank you so much. When I just said that you can begin and you just, without delaying, you just started. But Pavan, what happened? I mean, I genuinely am concerned. What happened to your previous preparation, or what happened um, to the ability to articulate, Pavan? What happened to you? This is a very simple question. Actually, when um, if you think about it, this question is really, really beginner level question. The only thing that makes it intermediate is the lengthy way to answer it, right? I mean, I asked you to speak at length for 2 minutes, and probably 2 minutes is not something a beginner can articulate. So that is the only distinction between um, beginner level and an intermediate level, I would say, Pavan. But what happened exactly, Pavan? A lot of mistakes, Pavan. You really, really need to buckle up. Okay, you really need to practice a lot. One thing, let me just tell you, pronunciation errors. I did notice a lot of pronunciation errors. Apart from that, I also happen to notice grammatical errors as well. I don't know where to connect. Sorry, where to correct. Because what happens in this session, right? If it is solely a grammar session or if it is solely a vocabulary session, I'd probably nitpick and correct you each and every single word or each and every single sentence that you articulate, right? But now this is an IELTS session and I have to look at each and every parameter in a single person. So that is already 4 criteria. And apart from that, if I had to say something, Pavan, wait a second. Pronounce this for me, Pavan. I mean, sorry. Um, I think Pavan Sharma. Yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Um, I think I have to again make you guys practice tongue twisters for pronunciation. This is just a one-liner, very, very simple, simple tongue twister. Say it out aloud, Pavan.
You shared with me in a group
I
or?
shared in the group chat, Pavan. Are you able to see, Pavan?
No, no, ma'am.
Can everybody else see the tongue twister I just posted in the group
Yes,
chat?
ma'am, it is
I'll
available.
just pin it. Pavan, I
Okay.
have pinned
Yes,
it
yes, yes,
also.
yes, yes,
Kindly
yes, yes,
check.
yes.
Yeah, please do read it out aloud.
Zigzagging, zoomed past zebras. Zigzagging, zoomed past zebras. Zigzagging, zoomed past zebras. Zigzagging, zoomed
Wait,
past
Pavan.
zebras.
Pavan, wait, have the art of patience. What did I say? Did I correct you? You are pronouncing it wrongly, okay? It is erroneous. Zigzag, sorry. Oh God, I haven't practiced tongue twisters in a long while as well, and I didn't wear my specs, guys. Wait a second. Zigzagging, Zoe zoomed past zebras. Okay. Zigzagging, Zoe zoomed past zebras. Okay. Zigzagging, Zoe zoomed past zebras. Okay. I think, you know what? We have to constantly learn this. Zebra, Zoe, zigzagging,
You
the
can, can
buzzing of the bees. The sound. Okay. Say it now.
zigzagging, Zoe zoomed past zebras. Zigzagging, Zoe zoomed past zebras. Zigzagging,
Pavan,
Zoe zoomed.
not zigzagging, okay? Don't say
Yes.
je. When you're jealous, when you're juxtaposing, when you're jubilant, when you're, what else? J, you're confusing J pronunciation with Z pronunciation, okay? Z, Z. Just, Z, wait a second. Z. Okay, put your tongue near your teeth, okay? Your tongue should touch your teeth, Pavan. Z, okay? Zigzagging,
Zigzagging,
Zigzagging, Zoe zoomed past
Zoe zoomed past
zebras.
zebras. Zigzagging, Zoe zoomed past zebras.
Exactly. Now say zebra, zebra, zebra three times.
Zebras, 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 zebras.
So now you're
Z
getting it right.
can
So when you're very
can we also
attentive,
say can we also say zoo zoo rather than
zoo.
Zoe zoo?
Tongue twister. Okay, you can say zoo if you want to say. Okay. How can zoom past zebras, Pavan? Does it make sense? Of course, first in the first place, tongue twisters don't make sense at all. It is totally meaningless. But you know what?
But
Tongue twisters, it's just a fun.
pronunciation
Yes,
wise.
and also it corrects your lisp, okay? When someone has a lisp in their speech, right? So it corrects that. That is why you use tongue twisters, okay?
For
Zigzagging, Zoe zoomed
moving.
past
Okay.
zebras.
Yes.
Zoe is practically a girl, okay? Girl is zooming past zebras. That is what it is, I think. So zigzagging, Zoe zoomed past zebras, okay? Zebra, Zoe, zigzagging, Zimbabwe. Um, what else? What else is there in a Z? Okay, you know what? You have to figure out what all words are there in the alphabet Z. Okay, it is pronounced as Z. Okay, sometimes people do call it Z as well. ZTV. You watched a show on ZTV. Okay, so Z. Okay, it needs to buzz, okay? When you're saying bless you, Pavan. So yeah, it needs to, you need to have that buzzing sound, okay? So it can make a huge make or break in your speech, okay? So just please be mindful of tongue twisters. I haven't given you 2 or 3 lines because I know you will, um, you won't be able to do that, okay? I mean, you practice one day at a time, one line at a time, okay, Pavan?
Okay. You
Okay.
can provide the
Um,
difficult also. You can share me personal.
Pavan, what have I said in the previous sessions, Pavan? Sometimes you have to do the groundwork, Pavan. Every time I can't give you, okay, I'll be here for the next 2 sessions. What will happen after that? Who will you approach after that, Pavan? I can give you, I'm not denying it, but it is all over the internet. Basically, if you just Google the alphabet Z or Z and tongue twisters, you'll probably get it. Okay. Sometimes you have to do that. It should come from within. Okay. And one other thing that I will say, Pavan, is that though you used some really nice words you used, elephant, massive, mesmerized, mind blowing. These are some good words that I listened in your part of speaking. Hippopotamus, how will you pronounce it? What did you say, Pavan?
Which word?
Hippopotamus.
Hippopotamus.
Pavan, hippopotamus. Hippopotamus.
Hippopotamus.
Hippopotamus, Pavan, hippopotamus. Okay. And also zebra has white stripes, not strips. Okay. Strip is different. Stripe is different. Okay. Zebra has white and black and white stripes. Okay. You know what? Words has the impact to change the entire meaning. You should focus on that, Pavin. Okay. And I don't know what you're doing here. I don't know what you're doing on English learners if you're not improving in learning. Okay. The rest can wait. Interacting or having fun banter can wait. Focus when you have reached a target level in your specific target language, then you can probably relax. What are you doing at the end of the day is my question to you. Okay. So please focus on learning. Focus on pronunciation, major thing, even if you use the best words, right? If you're not able to pronounce it well, I think it will have a major impact in the way you speak. Okay. So please pronounce the words properly. And when you're enunciating a particular word, see if you're using the right stress on the right syllable. And also if you're focusing on the pronunciation. Okay. It is very imperative. I have told this to you time and again. I can't stress this more than enough. Okay. I'm stressing to the I don't know how many times I have corrected. I remember, I think now I'm able to remember that I have already corrected you in the Z pronunciation. Okay. J and Z are entirely different pronunciation. As long as you use your mother tongue, start thinking in English. Okay. You're having this linguistic void, Pavan, because you fell out of touch. You're not practicing. You're having linguistic void. You shouldn't have that void, okay? And this is exactly why I keep telling, this is why I keep reiterating to people that please take this seriously. And I'm here not for those people. I don't prefer people who are superficial or surface level learners, okay? I don't prefer them at all. I have to be brutally honest in this part, okay? I prefer people who are totally immersing themselves in this language to basically hopelessly fall in love with English language to the point of obsession. Okay. Obsession to the point of no return. So that is basically what I'm trying to say to you as well. Um, if you're here to just tick a box, if you're just practically here to tick a box, just to tick a box of clearing an exam, cracking an interview, I don't think my session can benefit you all that much. Okay. But if you're here, genuinely here for the natural love of the language, or if you're genuinely here to make this learning a habit, then of course my tips or strategies can help you leaps and bounds. I can write and give it to you. Okay, Pavan, so you're not following whatever I've told in the past. I think it is all I think it just, I don't know what to say, but please focus on this. Um, let me just ask you a couple of follow-up questions to see. Uh, okay. Your first follow-up question, answer like a follow-up question, Pavan. Why do stories and movies for children always feature animals?
The stories and movies for children always features animals, making those stories and films fascinating for children. Apart from this, children are fascinated by animals, so most of their toys are related to animals. That's why producers and directors have no stone unturned to put animals characters inside the movie so that the children do not feel bored while watching the films.
Paraphrasing, what happened? You're not paraphrasing, Pavan. Please learn to paraphrase, okay? Now, what did I ask you here? Let me just take the question once again. Why do stories and novels for children always feature animals? Um, Wait a second. Let me just think. 1 second. Just taking the question. Okay, basically you need to paraphrase. How do you learn to paraphrase? Now here you can say that I have always found parables and toddlers, they do have such an amazing connection. And I think people always get enchanted when they see children or toddlers get featured in movies, or you can say and animals. You have to learn to paraphrase, Pavan, learn the art of paraphrasing. For animals, you can even say wild animals, pet animals, or whatever. What can you say? Wait a second. You can even name some animals, okay? You can say wild creatures or you can say whatever, okay? But the thing is, for stories, you can say parables, you can say fables, you can say, yeah, just learn the art of paraphrasing. You know what? From a beginner to an intermediate, the number one thing that you should be able to do at the drop of a hat is paraphrasing, okay? You need to start learning. Um, you need to start to learn different paraphrasing. And one idiomatic expression you used here, stone unturned. You have to say leave no stone unturned, okay? Not just stone unturned, leave no stone unturned. And children's, you said children's is a very, very basic grammatical error. I don't think that you should be making this at this point. Children is already a plural noun. Why are you saying children's? It is redundant, Pavan. You don't have to use it, okay? Say children, okay? And children was already in the question, I presume. So you can just say toddlers or youngsters or little ones, okay? Something that try to paraphrase in your own terms, okay, Pavan?
Okay.
Okay, another question for you, Pavan. Do you think people are more interested in animals now than they were in the past?
Of course, people are most interested in animals now and then in the past, because as far as the past is concerned, the primary focus of humans towards animals was exploitation, whether it was for travel or food. But now the focus has changed. The most people have become animal friendly and they don't want to harm them. So in coming years, animal treatments may improve. Apart from this, there are many NGOs are also working for preventing animal cruelty, such as PETA.
I don't think this answer was quite relevant. I'm not agreeing to be on the same page as you for this question. However, you have your own thought process. Pavan, you're not paraphrasing again, okay? You need to paraphrase for this question. Wait a second. Do you think people are more interested in animals now than they were in the past? And wait a second. You said, of course, people are more interested in animals than in the past. That's what you said. I want you to go back to the recording and listen to your part of the speaking. And when you're saying, when you're agreeing to the statement of the question, right, that was put forth to you, you can say, in spite of course, anybody can say that, okay? You can say undeniably so. You have to learn to use words, Pavin, wherever and whenever necessary. And I've told this to you, lexical resource, right? Lexical resource is one of those major criteria when it comes to speaking. And you need to showcase your lexicons when at all you're being asked a question, not just in cue cards. Also in follow-up questions, okay, if you understand what I'm trying to say. So here as well that instead of children, you can say again what I said previously, toddlers or little ones or infants. You can say that as well. And also interested. You can say undeniably so. I believe that people are totally intrigued now in the present times rather than in the past time or whatever, not past time. You can say something else, Esther here, or you can say previously or something else. Try to paraphrase. You need to think. You need to think on the spot and answer, Pavin. But apart from that, I think that, okay, I will give you feedback that you can probably key takeaway from today's speaking. I'm going to give it to you, Pavin. First, pronunciation. Even if it is a simple word, you need to be able to know the pronunciation part of it. And second, trivial grammatical errors that you're making. You shouldn't be making it at this point. It kind of makes you, you're kind of declining in the way you are practicing. I don't know if I can even put this like this, but yes, it's not an intermediate level at all. Though you're using good words such as exploitation, mind-blowing, massive, mesmerizing, still, even if you make trivial errors in grammatical structures or basic pronunciation such as zebra, stripes, hippopotamus, these are way, kindergarten student will be able to pronounce certain words, basic words. Basic words we should be able to master, okay, at this point of time. Okay, when we are talking about intermediate level, pronunciation shouldn't be an issue. Okay, so it is an issue. If it is a complicated word, I'm not asking you pronounce mumsimus for me. I'm not asking you to pronounce klishmaclaver for me. I'm not asking you to pronounce supercalifragilisticexpialidocious for me. No, I'm not. I'm asking you to pronounce zebra. I'm asking you to pronounce properly the words with Z sound, and you are getting it, Pavan. That is the thing. You are able to get it, but you're not putting effort. Okay, start putting in effort to be able to get it, Pavan. Okay, that is really, really important in one's practice, whether you're getting it. Sometimes what happens, I have noticed it once upon a time, long back when I was active here, and I used to consistently host session, and then I kind of took a break and then started only hosting session once a week. Now it's just series of sessions. So before long back when I used to consistently listen to people, right? I used to remember certain people, they used to, even after giving feedback, they will not make the necessary effort that is required in learning. Okay, they'll keep on pronouncing it the wrong way. A real learner who is a deep learner, right? What will they do? Once the session is over, they will note down the feedback, whatever I have said. Okay, if it is a pronunciation issue, do you think I'm perfect, Pavan? No, I'm not. I do make a lot of mistake and I'm aware of that. But I have made a conscious decision to make that, to put in that effort in my speaking, which is what I want my ardent participants to do. And you are one of my ardent participants. You're here not just to listen, you're here to learn as well. Okay, Pavan, focus on pronunciation. That is your key takeaway for today. It should be a key takeaway for today. And also another thing is grammar errors you shouldn't be making at this point, Pavan. What is a plural noun? What is a singular noun? What are the basic past, present tenses that needs to be used in a sentence formation, in a sentence structure? And complex conjunction, what did I tell you? Don't start the cue card with a complex conjunction. Start with a really good opening statement to create that punch in your cue card. Cue card is where you can probably not memorize. Don't memorize, please, Pavan. Don't memorize, but take that effort to start that cue card so that the examiner looks at you in awe. Okay, this person can. Okay, maybe the part one, something he or she might have been nervous, but he's going to start the cue card. He's starting on the cue card with a really, really solid opening statement, okay, which is something that you need to really practice at this point. Okay, what did I tell you? When talking about animals, you can just start the note by saying, first of all, I'll just no, wait a second. Let me just think a good solid statement for animal. So animal lover, yeah, you can just say, well, first of all, I'd like to say that I happen to be a really ardent animal lover. Or you can say I'm a passionate animal lover. I love animals, and I think that I love, I don't personally love visiting animals at the zoo. It is contradictory to my own moral beliefs. I don't prefer going to the zoo, but then, yeah, come up with some better opening phrases, Pavan. I'm not able to think right now and say to you, okay? And then then go ahead and use a simple conjunction, probably then complex, compound, whatever that you want. A mixture would be fine. But this is all I want to tell you, Pavan. You need to back up. Okay, this won't be enough. Okay, you need to really, really seriously consider why you're here in the first place. Okay, because it is learners like you that make a huge difference in the way a group works. Okay, if you're here, you learn. By now, you should be able to master. I don't know why I'm taking so much time. I think that in my heart, I know I won't be able to interact with you next month or so. So, because you have been a regular person, I'm taking this time, investing this time, and letting you know, work on your pronunciation. Number one, pronunciation. Vocabulary can wait. Whatever words you know, make sure the word you pronounce is really right according to Cambridge or Merriam-Webster or according to Collins. Okay, just verify the pronunciation. Next, practice tongue twisters for Z sound. Okay, practice tongue twisters for Z sound. Apart from that, grammar errors. And yeah, please learn actively, Pavan. Okay.
Okay.
I'm really sorry, guys. I just had to give it to Pavan because he's an IELTS aspirant and I don't want him to make such trivial errors at this point of time. 8 months into learning, Pavan? Don't make me feel disappointed in you, okay? I don't want to be disappointed in you, Pavan, okay? Okay, now let's just move on to the next person. 1 second. Let me just check the name. Next will be Priyanshu, and he's also an IELTS aspirant. Let me just check, guys. Is Priyanshu here?
I am here.
Okay, hi,
Um,
Priyanshu. Am I audible enough?
yeah, you are audible for me, ma'am.
Okay, how are you doing, Priyanshu?
Yeah, I am doing great. And how about you, ma'am?
I'm doing fabulous. Thank you so much. So is this the first time we are interacting?
Yeah, exactly. I am interact with you first time, ma'am.
Oh my God. This the sound, I think you guys really, really need to get the hang of it. 1 second, Priyanshu, because this is the first time we are interacting and you seem to have the same problem. 1 second, same issue as Pavan. Let me start on a really fun note, shall we? I'll give you a good tongue twister. Let's see.
Okay, ma'am.
So, are you an IELTS aspirant?
No, ma'am, I am not IELTS aspirant.
Then why is it mentioned as IELTS in the bracket?
Yeah, ma'am. It is a session of IELTS, so I mention in the articles and other sites. So I mention this IELTS.
Okay, you know what, Priyanshu? Only if you're an IELTS aspirant, you're supposed to mention, but that's totally okay. 1 second, I can't, let me just type in that. Okay, Priyanshu, let me just see your name. This seems like a plague. I don't know why. Most of you have it. I don't want you guys to have it. Not in my session. Let me just see. Because what happens, the first and foremost thing we need to get rid of is basic pronunciation when it comes to okay, this is very easy. Okay, Priyanshu, can you see this? I want you to read this aloud for me. I think I really, really need to do this.
Yeah.
Read it out aloud
Mm,
for me, Priyanshu.
yeah. Zombie jits resemble Jusinis. Jusinis.
Priyanshu, are you able to listen to me?
Yeah, ma'am. I am able
Okay,
to listen.
Okay, good. Good, Priyanshu. Now, I want you to pay attention to what I'm saying. Okay, I'm going to read it out aloud for you. Zombies resemble zucchinis. It is zucchini. Zucchini is basically a vegetable that resembles. Zucchini is basically a vegetable. I think it is called cucumber. Do you eat cucumber salad, Priyanshu? It is basically zucchini is basically that. Okay.
Yeah.
It's yeah. So zombie zits resemble zucchinis. The okay. Your tongue should meet your front teeth. The okay.
Yeah.
The I think. Yeah. Zombie zits resemble zucchinis. Please read it out aloud for me. Zombie zits resemble zucchinis. Okay?
Yeah. Zombie jits resemble zucchinis. Zombie jits resemble zucchinis.
I think the thing is that it's because of mother tongue influence, you guys. I can clearly see that. When someone is having mother tongue influence, it kind of, I think it is like when you speak in any other language, you get influence. But here you need to
Yeah.
master this pronunciation. Zombie,
Zo-
the. Zombies, it resembles zucchinis. Okay. Practice
Zombie.
this at home. Zombie. Okay, not jaw.
Zombie.
Okay.
Zombie jits resemble zucchinis.
Okay, Priyanshu, you're not getting it, but that is totally okay. The reason why I'm giving this tongue twister, just a one-liner tongue twister, is because for you to practice it home, okay? Practice it at home
Okay.
because what happens in English, the sound is really important, okay? Because a lot of words are associated with the sound, the last alphabet, right? So you don't want to be making, if you want to elevate to the intermediate level, from the beginner level. Pronunciation plays a crucial role. A1, A2 people pronounce this way, j, j, j. No. If you want to elevate to the B1, B2 level, then z. Okay, this is basic pronunciation which you need to master. Even if you use really good adjectives or something, if the basic pronunciation is not there, your level will be the same. So practice this, not just this tongue twister, Priyanshu. What I'm saying is that whatever Z sound words that you are encountering, right? When you're reading, um, zealous, zebra, Zimbabwe, zigzag, uh, zombie, zits, zucchini. Uh, so what else? Whatever words that you're encountering, okay? Please practice. Please make the art of practicing pronunciation. Allot at least 10 minutes each day for tongue twisters. Uh, Let me tell you, it cures lisp, it cures this mother tongue influence. Whatever word that you have really difficult, you have the difficulty in pronouncing certain words. For example, some people I have noticed have difficulty in pronouncing sh sound, okay, words. Sh. Okay, for them, there's different tongue twisters. For you, now Z sound, practice with Z sound tongue twisters, okay? I'm just giving it to you. So let me ask you a cue card, okay? Let me just
Yeah.
select a cue card, okay? Priyanshu. Okay, I have to just tell you that cue card is nothing but I'll give you a question. You just have to talk at length. I will give you 1 minute time for preparing, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Kindly note down the question, Priyanshu. Your question is, describe a person who likes to grow plants. I repeat, describe a person who likes to grow plants. You should say who the person is, what he or she grows, where he or she grows them, why does he or she enjoy growing plants? Did you get my question, Priyanshu?
Yeah, please one time repeat again, ma'am.
Okay, one time, okay? got today. Describe a person who likes to grow plants. You should say who the person is, what he or she grows, where he or she grows them, why does he or she enjoy growing plants? Okay,
Okay.
you got my question, right?
Yeah, ma'am. I got my question.
I'm going to give you 1 minute time for preparing, okay, for your own preparation. And your time for preparation starts now, Priyanshu.
Okay, ma'am.
And these tongue twisters are not just for Pavan or Priyanshu, whoever has difficulties in pronunciation, right? Whatever difficulties, whatever syllable that you are finding it difficult to pronounce, please make that conscious effort to search for that specific tongue twister. I think today I have to make it a point after listening to Pavan and Priyanshu. I think I have to make it a point to give each and every one of you who are participating. I'm going to give you a tongue twister for you guys to pronounce so that I can personally see how you are doing and make an effort, guys, make an effort in practicing pronunciation. Okay, it can make a really drastic difference in the way you speak. Okay,
My time is over. Let's start my topic.
please do.
Yeah. First to all of you, good evening. Uh, in giving this wonderful opportunity in this session. So it was very interesting, amazing for me. Uh, of question is when we are doing a study and anything in the group, it's will be easy. Uh, we can share our thoughts together. If I have any problems, I can share other people's with my friend he and she. Sometimes
Priyanshu,
we feel yeah.
go ahead, Priyanshu, go ahead.
Mm, yeah, sometimes we face lots of problems in my life. Then if I can share others group person, so they can solve my problems. So it is easy for me. Second, if another person have any problems, they can also share with me. So they feel well. Uh, just after your upcoming session, previous one person they asked me something about her mental health. So
Priyanshu,
I
Priyanshu,
give-
Priyanshu, I'm
yeah.
really, really sorry I'm interrupting you, but what are you even talking about, Priyanshu? Did you even get the question that I asked you in the first place? And I gave you 1 minute time for preparing. What are you even talking, Priyanshu? I'm not able to understand. Did you get my question, what I asked you?
You ask
Bec
me questions. mm, Group, if you will this.
Wait a second. I think there's been a miscommunication or there's been a misinterpretation in the way that you got my question. I'm going to write the question, okay? Because I was just wondering, what is he even talking? Because this is not the question I asked you, Priyanshu. 1 second, Priyanshu. Okay, by plants, I meant growing plants. Okay, describe a person who likes to grow plants. Okay, wait a second.
mm, Grow plants.
Plant, I don't know. I
Plant.
can't.
Poda.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
yes, exactly.
Oh, uh,
Okay,
uh, sorry for I cannot understand. I think how we can
teeth.
uh, yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm giggling. I'm really sorry. I try to restrain myself from doing certain things, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, wait.
Yeah, yeah. Uh,
See, this is the
yeah,
question. Okay. Now, when you say plants, okay, I won't stress the T. I don't. Okay. My way of pronunciation is like, for example, in English, when you're following American English or British English, I'm just going to give it out to you. Okay. Priyanshu. So when you're saying you don't stress the T in a lot of words, plants, you don't say plant. I don't know, plants.
mm,
Okay. Plan is
mm,
different. Plan is different. That is plan. Plants. Plants is different. Okay. You have to understand if I'm saying dear, okay. If I'm saying good evening, dear, how are you doing? So dear, I don't practically stress AR towards the end. I just leave it. Dear. I pronounce it. Wait a second. Okay. I don't stress the R in a word. Okay. Dear. I don't say water. Water. No, I don't say it like that. I say
yeah,
water. Okay, water.
what,
There. Okay,
what?
and similarly, plants. When you have plants, plants is different from plants. Okay. Oh God. So I think there's been a misinterpretation in the way you kind of in the way you interpreted my question, right? So this is the question. Now I'm going to give you a few seconds. Do you want a few seconds to prepare, Priyanshu?
Okay, ma'am. If you will repeat one times question, then definitely I will give my 100%.
See, Priyanshu, I have already posted the question in the group chat. Can you see? Wait, I'll pin it for you.
Yeah,
This
first.
way.
Yeah,
Okay, I will
okay,
give
ma'am.
you. Okay, so I'll give you 1 minute. Please take your
Okay,
time.
ma'am. Okay.
Just in case, guys, I just want to say, if at all you're not able to understand the way I speak, when I'm asking you a question, please stop me and just ask me that, okay, if you're not able to understand. Because what happens, each and every one of us have different, distinct way of speaking, right? So my way is this way. If you're not able to comprehend, please ask me. And yes, we'll just wait for Priyanshu.
Start, ma'am.
Go ahead.
Uh, yeah, a person, a person who like to grow plant, uh, maybe who person I am. I like to grow plant because I know at present times environment situation is not well for us. We can grow lots of plants. There are many. We will interact with other person, and I want to say I grow new plants. You can help me, and we can together we grow plants. At present time plants is important for us. Plants give us uh, lot of things such as a good air, fruits, wood, and everything give us. So we should grow lot of plant in present era. There are many crises in this world. Present time climate change and other thing is going here. If we will not at present time I grow plant, so what will happen in future I don't know. So I mostly like a grow plant. I saw lots of things in my area and other side. So I want to grow lot of plant in our uh, garden and here and there. It is totally our prime minister is say all people's one plans for her his mother. So I try it, and one day I will better in my future if I grow a plant. If I will grow a plant one day, he will give thousand of plant. If any one person plant one plant day one, so definitely they give 100 plant one day. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot, Priyanshu. Um, Priyanshu, I think somewhere you need to improve your grasping ability. If I have to be really honest with you, for example, here I asked you describe a person um, who likes to grow plants. Now, I'm not asking you to talk about yourself, okay? I'm asking you describe any other person that you know, okay? And I even gave you that pointer, the cues for the question, for this particular question. I think that you didn't listen in the first place, but that's totally okay. Even if you're describing about yourself, you can start off on a really good note. Okay, let me just say, this is a question that I'm coming across in this present edition of Makkah book. Describe a person who likes to grow plants. Um, First things first, let me just put across that I'm a plant enthusiast and I love growing plants. Especially, I'm really, really having that fondness for. Don't repeat really, really two times. When we are talking in casual English, that's totally fine. But when you're talking in a formal setup, I think that you shouldn't repeat words back to back. I really have this fondness for ornamental plants. In my opinion, I do love ferns and I have a Boston fern at my own home. If you're not able to name any plant, okay, it's just that my point of view, I have a Boston fern at home. I have a peace lily at home. So it is because I know plant species, I'm talking from a general perspective, from my own perspective. Say, for example, Priyanshu, do you have a garden at home? Priyanshu, are you there?
Yeah, ma'am, I'm here. I listen to you.
Uh, do you have a garden at your home, Priyanshu? You can just answer yes or
Yeah,
no. Okay.
no, ma'am, but
When you have a garden, what
yeah,
kind of plants do you have in your garden?
yeah, such as mango, neem, and other plant.
Wonderful. Neem is an air purifier, right? It's very good for health as well. So you can say, um, in my, I'd like to here. I would love to talk about a person who loves plants, and that is none other than me. You can just say none other than me if you're going to talk about yourself, and you can say, I have this wonderful garden at home, or you can say I have a lovely garden at home filled with lush greenery. And you can say these are all words I'm trying to give you. Okay, lush greenery. I have lots of trees as well as plants. When it comes to trees, I have this. Age-old mango tree. It might be already 2 decades old, but it has these delicious mango fruits that I await every season of the year. Okay, you can say that. And you can even mention, if at all, you can even mention the breed in English, if you know, sorry, if you can say if I have this Alfonso mango tree at home, and it is a really, really rare variety and it is organically grown at my home. And apart from that, I also have this neem tree, which my mom uses a lot for medicinal purposes. See, this is how you incorporate words. When you're learning now, Priyanshu, I should just say it like this, okay? When you're learning, right?
Yeah, ma'am.
You have to, today I'm going to be learning for this specific topic. If at all someone is regular participant in my session, I keep telling this to them time and again. Today, I'm going to be learning about environment, greenery, and today I'm going to be learning more about plants. So when you learn about plants, you will come across various words such as specific types of plants, what are the plants used for, the purpose of each plant variety, and how the entire process of growing or nurturing plants makes you feel. Okay, you should be able to articulate. When you have words, you can articulate. So that is precisely the point. Tomorrow I'm going to read for Pavan. He can read more about animals. You can read about plants. So every day
Mm,
You have to learn, pick a specific topic, find the relevant vocabulary, and you have to just, so that next time when someone asks, Priyanshu, can you talk to me about your garden? Or can you describe a garden in a few words? Okay, first of all, I have to give this to each and every one of you who are actively listening to my session here. Uh, Make your home your English lesson. I know this sounds extremely weird, but that is exactly what I'm going to say. Make your home your English lesson. Means whatever home chores that you're doing or whatever activities that you're doing at your home, make it a process of learning. For example, if I'm asking Priyanshu, can you describe to me how will you wash your hands? I want you to describe the process of washing hands with me, washing your hands in English to me. Will you be able to describe it to me in words, Priyanshu? Can you just do that for me? Describe washing your hands. How will you do it?
Yeah, I wash my hand with soap.
Then,
Then I after use my towel and
won't you
there.
scrub your hands? Won't you rinse your hands? See, these are all little terminologies. It can go a long way. If you want to really improve, guys, you have to learn to know how to describe simple everyday tasks or activities in your everyday life. Okay. If someone asks me, how will I wash my hand? I will just say, first of all, I'll open the tap water or open my kitchen tap, and then I'll wet my hands, both my hands, and I'll probably scrub my hands because scrubbing is really, really mandatory when washing hands. I think it is extremely crucial to get rid of all the germs present in my hands. Okay, so scrub, scrub, scrub for 20 seconds, 20 to 30 seconds, and then I will rinse my hands in cold water or cold streaming tap water, and then I will dry my hands with the towel, with the help of a towel. Okay, so this is how you explain a simple process of washing hands. Okay, now if I'm asking you, can you explain the process of how will you um, um, probably your nighttime routine. Nighttime routine is basically a lot of steps. Washing hands is just one step of what you're doing in your day. Now, probably if I'm asking you, talk to me about your nighttime routine, what is it that you actually do? Then probably you will learn a lot of words. Okay, this is why I'm asking you, make home your English lesson in some form of the other. Okay, your active chores that you're doing in your everyday thing, or even the process of cooking. I think I've asked this previously to one person. They were not able to even say sauteing. You know, a lot of things go a great way in your learning process. So, Priyanshu, for you, what I'm going to give you the key takeaway for today's speaking, right? I'm going to say, learn
Yeah,
everyday
ma'am.
words, vocabs. Pick a topic, Priyanshu, whatever that interests you, right? Tomorrow, if someone asks you, describe a simple activity, you should be able to come up with those relevant words, okay? So if you're playing a game, how will you exactly play that game? What kind of exact steps that you will do to play that particular game, okay? Even if you're playing cricket, describe it to me in detail. How will you explain? So you should be able to come up with those simple words, okay? They're very simple words, everyday words that you already know. But when someone is asking you that process of that activity, you should have the presence of mind to remember, recall, and apply that word, okay? Utilize that word from your mind, okay? So that is exactly why active speaking is really, really imperative. So, Priyanshu, for you, you're going to pick a topic each and every day, if I'm here or not, whatever sessions that you take part, right? Every day at the end of the day, for your own time for learning, have your own time for learning. Pick a topic. Today, I'm going to learn more about sports. So, what are all the words that I can talk when I'm talking about sports? Okay, how to describe a particular feeling when I watch sports? What kind of technical words that I can probably say when I'm talking about sports, okay, or plants, animals, it goes similarly that way, okay. So this is what I'm going to give you, Priyanshu. Apart from that, if I have to give one other feedback, I will say pronunciation. Please focus on pronunciation. I only happen to listen the z sound, but if you have difficulty in any other sound of words, you should probably practice that as well. Okay, so apart from that, it was indeed a pleasure, Priyanshu. This is the first time I'm interacting. I'm sorry if I intimidated you. But that is only because I really, really want people to improve. If someone is really earnest and you do have a really earnest voice, I can sense that you really want to learn. Okay. So I can sense that. That is why I'm giving these tips to you. Please do follow these. And I promise if you follow these, Priyanshu, your English will improve vastly. Okay. So that is what I'm giving it to you. Thank you so much, Priyanshu.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Your valuable feedback will help me every day. Yeah, I will change of myself. I am eager for learning this language because I know it is important for me. I will work upon my mistakes such as pronounce and everything. Yeah, yeah. One day I am here, but I promise one day I will be top. If I am with AL members and admin, so it is incredible for me every day. Thank you so much, everyone.
You're welcome, Priyanshu. You're welcome. So yes, I'm done with. I'm sorry, I'm parched. One second, let me just drink my water. So, yes, I'm done with Priyanshu. Let me just check. One second. The next person
Okay, ma'am.
in the list. Okay, next person on the list is. Okay, next is Anshul. Um, yes. Is Anshul here? I'll just check.
Ma'am,
Hi, Anshul. How are you doing?
I'm doing fabulous, ma'am. How are you? Thanks for asking, though.
I'm doing great as well. Thank you so much, Anshul. Last week we've interacted, I remember. See, I do have a vivid memory. So Anshul, tell me, how was your day?
It was amazing, I must say. I did conduct a session in afternoon and read a bit of book. Currently, I'm reading the Diary of a Young Girl by Anne Frank and spent time with my brothers. That was it, I guess, for a day.
Awesome book. I read it when I was 6, 7. I don't remember, 7 years. Yeah, it was one of my favorite, all-time favorite books, and kind of it opened my eyes, I would say, when I read it back in those days. So wonderful book that you're reading, and I strongly recommend other people to read as well. So Anshul, are you ready for today's question?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
One second, dear. So it's going to be a cue card day, and I'll be asking a question for which I'll give you 1 minute time for preparation. Please listen to the question attentively, or you can probably even note down the question. After 1 minute, you're allowed to speak. You can speak at length for 2 minutes or more if you want to. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
This is your question, Anshul. Describe a person who shows his or her feelings very openly. I repeat, describe a person who shows his or her feelings very openly. You should say who he or she is. How do you know him or her? Why do you think he or she is such a person? And explain how you feel about him or her. Did you get my question, Anshul?
Yes, I absolutely did.
Okay, I'm going to give you 1 minute time for preparation, and your preparation time precisely starts now. The clock is ticking. Please go ahead and prepare.
Shall I start, ma'am?
Go ahead, dear.
The bravest hearts are not the ones that hide their feelings, but instead they are the ones who have the courage to show them gently. For me, it's my mother. She is strong enough to just not hide her feelings, but express it well. Mm, I believe articulating the feelings and thoughts is also an art. She is the one who expresses her feelings beautifully and openly. She doesn't hide it behind a strong face and instead chooses honesty. When she is happy, she laughs a lot. She even cracks joke. Or she is one of the most humorous person I have ever met. She has such a lovely and beautiful sense of humor, uh, and that has come to me also. I have also inherited the same. When she is patient, she speaks calmly. She is a great empath. She has an ability to win people through her words, to calm them, to soothe them. And as I said, it's an art. So yes, being an empathetic person is a sign of having a high emotional quotient. She is graceful in a way that she understands people well, whether it's comforting someone who is sad when or showing affection. If I take an example for me, whenever I feel low or if I didn't do well in my exam, I return my home. She is the one to offer me with kind words, to encourage me. It's through her words, it's through her motivation that I strive to do better the next time. She's the one whom I admire a lot, especially uh, in terms of the safe space she provides. Uh, and that's quite rare in today's world. If ever I am hurt, it's her, her where I go back to. Through her, only I have learned to express myself, and I believe expressing emotions is not a sign of weakness. Instead, it's a form of strength. Instead, it's wisdom. Also, not just that, also it has another side also. When she is angry, she just vent it out. She doesn't keep anything in her head or heart. She speaks loudly. She screams at her top of lung. Uh, that that is quite fearful. But yes, it's better than keeping in our head and feeling depressed about it. It's better to vent it out in the space where one feels safe rather than building up a uh, anxiety and depression. So yes, as I mentioned earlier, like expressing oneself is a great art. I I really would like to imbibe those qualities in my life. That's it. Thank you, ma'am.
Anshul, Anshul, are you able to listen to me, Anshul?
Yes, ma'am. I'm absolutely able to listen to you.
Anshul, oh, I'm starting to get a soft spot for you, Anshul. I really am. You delight my soul, Anshul. By the way you speak, I think that if I take you under my wing, in case if had I been regular, right, and if you had been regular in my session as well, I would love to um nudge you, push you, or make you one of my regular people so that you can improve. I really want you to elevate yourself to the advanced level, Anshul, because you have it in you. You have that potential. You know what? What I'm going to say, Anshul, I really love that sincerity in your tone. That is something that is so. It is so heartwarming for me to just listen. Your speech was filled with warmth. It was filled with even strength. I will tell you why. And sincerity as well. I think that you've dotted all the I's and crossed all the T's in your speech. And that is extremely heartwarming. I don't know. For me, I feel really good. Your answer was detail oriented. It showed that you paid keen attention to my question, and I'm thoroughly impressed. And also, one thing about your speaking, Anshul, is that your naivety. The way you spoke, right? You spoke about your mom, and I happen to be, I think each and every one of those present around here will probably be close to their moms as well. But the thing is, the way you um, spoke, right? It really touched my heart to the point of captivation, I would say, Anshul. I really enjoyed one thing that I will say, Anshul, what I've noted, okay? You can probably, I think that you have used idioms, like top of lung. I think that you've used that as well. So that is really good. And also another thing is that, let me just come to the part where you were really good. You're really good with adjectives. I don't think that you have problem with words. You used words such as humorous. You've used words like fearful, anxiety, depression, imbibe, graceful, motivation. So these are all the words that you practically used. Now, if I can just suggest certain other words, is that one place that you've used that your mom is very humorous, and she has a good sense of humor, and that has come to me also. I've quoted this word sentence of yours that has come to me also. I think I've inherited the same. So here you can say, instead of saying that has come to me also, okay, I practically inherited the same. Okay, so and also you can say we're practically two peas in a pod. Okay, herein you can use idioms, and idioms plays a really humongous role, I would say, in elevating a person's speech from their intermediate level to an advanced level speakers, because advanced level speakers can use idiomatic expressions effortlessly, okay? And in English, if grammar plays a crucial role, if vocabulary plays an inherent role, then idiomatic expressions plays a really beautiful role, okay? It can probably elevate one speaking from that intermediate to advanced level. So there's a type of English speaking, figurative speaking. So English has also figurative language. English is also a figurative language, and a lot of people, when they are learning, right, they just want to be convenient in learning and comfortable. It should cater to their needs. Okay, so they probably won't learn English language, idiomatic languages, thinking that why should I even learn idioms? I'm not an IELTS aspirant. Why should I learn? But that's what sets you apart from a native speaker and a non-native speaker, because idiomatic expressions are part of their daily life, whereas non-native speakers don't use for the, I don't think why they are not using, because I feel refinement will only come when you use idioms. So, Anshul, for you, tip of the day, key takeaway is for you to start using idiomatic expression in your speaking. Okay, you are using to a certain extent. I want you to use more of it. Okay, and also another thing is that, Anshul, wait a second. Here, you can also say, my mom is my moral compass. She keeps me grounded as a person. And not only her humorous nature, her humility also is something that I'd love to imbibe in the future. She's not only my biggest support and my strength, she's my partner in crime as well. I can literally do anything and everything with her. And I love her to bits and pieces, or you can say I love her to the moon and back. This is my personal favorite when I love a person, okay? I make it a point to express it explicitly to my loved ones. I love you to the moon and back. I love my mom to the moon and back. Such lovely expression, don't you think so? I want you to use it for your loved one whenever you're talking about your loved one in your upcoming in your upcoming sessions with someone, or if you're expressing it. Another thing is that angry. We don't want to use angry. Okay, elevate to the next level. You can say furious. Okay, when she gets furious, she literally flies off the handle there. Okay, fly off the handle is basically an idiom that you can probably use as well. Okay, when someone is really angry and fearful, she gets a little scary. You can say she gets a little you use the term fearful. You can say intimidating. It is my personal favorite as well. So you can say intimidating, and I think that you're good to go, Anshul. Just few words here and there, and idiomatic expressions, figurative language is something you really need to incorporate. For me, alliteration. If you know if you know, you know. Probably, I think I've expressed it previously. I love Sepulchral Serenade's way of speaking because she uses a lot of metaphors. Her name itself is an alliteration. I don't know how many of you have known it, but yes, her name itself is alliteration, and I love alliterative language as well. So, euphemism, onomatopoeia, alliteration, hyperbole, idiomatic expressions, these are all something that you need to focus to elevate yourself from the intermediate to advanced level. And I sincerely hope from the bottom of my heart, Anshul, that you need to learn all these, okay? Because for me, I think that you're such a potential participant who has it in her to elevate herself to the next level, okay? So I sincerely hope you do that. Apart from that, your speech has my heart. Okay, so I really enjoyed listening to you, Anshul. I think that you really, really, really have the potential. So I really hope that you don't stay stagnant and keep improving each and every single day. Figurative language, please focus on that. So apart from that, I thoroughly enjoy. Thank you so much, Anshul.
Thanks a lot, ma'am, for such a kind feedback. And also, I would love to learn more phrasal verbs and express quite efficiently. Also, include poetic devices, as you said. And I hope I come back stronger the next time. Thanks a lot, ma'am.
Thank you, my dear. Thanks a lot. Oh, that was Anshul, you guys. I really loved listening to her. I was surprised last time, and this time she just blew my mind. That's what I'd like to say. So yes. Next person on the list, let me just check. And if at all anyone new present here and you don't know how to give me your names, kindly go to the website, English Learners website, and you have the option of entering your name for participation. And I do have time, more than I think I do have all the time in the world. Not all the time in the world. That was just a figure of speech, you guys. I have time until 12 a.m. tonight. So if at all you'd like to take part, kindly enter your names there. So yes, oh, so many names. I'm surprised. And yes, let's not dilly-dally. And next is Parvati. And I remember Parvati because I've had the privilege of interacting with Parvati previously. I think a couple of occasions, I'm not sure. And I think I did give her the name Perspicacious to sound more alliterative. So yes, hi Parvati, how are you doing?
First of all, a very good evening. Hi, Bhuvi ma'am. I'm doing really great, and I am glad you remember each and everything vividly. That's amazing. I'm feeling
Uh,
perky now. Over the moon for
you,
sure.
Parvati, you know what? I have this knack of remembering extremely shrewd people. And from the way I've listened to you previously, right, I know that you are such a girl who articulates in a succinct manner. So I distinctly remember you. And I was hoping that you'd join my session somewhere. So yes, and you did. So I'm really, really uh, I'm euphoric. So yes, thank you so much, Parvati. Are you ready for your question? So basically, today is cue card day, and I'm going to be asking you a question for which you have to answer at length. I presume you're not an IELTS aspirant, are you, Parvati?
No, I'm not.
Okay. So in that case, cue card, you have to answer at length. I think that we have done this previously. You have answered a cue card, if I'm not wrong. So you just have to answer at length, and I'll be giving you 1 minute time for preparation. Are you ready? Are you game for this?
Yes, but how long I can answer? Maximum, it's like 1 minute or 2 minute. I need to I need
You
to
can
answer.
answer more than 2 minutes as long as you have the relevant ideas, okay? I
Oh,
will,
okay.
if at all I like some person's answer, right? I just allow them to talk in a flow. So that's totally okay, Parvati. So yes, let me pick an interesting cue card for you. I know that you can answer very well. Just give me a moment, Parvati. I'm just going to scroll down and pick out an interesting cue card for you. Okay.
Sure, sure.
Okay, I think that probably you can answer this better. Okay. This is your question. Kindly note it down, or if you're a good listener, probably you can just remember. But I'd love for you to jot it down, okay? It has a lot of pointers. So describe an impressive talk or a conversation you you had that you remember well. I repeat, describe an impressive talk or a conversation you had in the past that you remember well. You should say who you talked to, when and where you had the talk, what you talked about, and explain why you think it was impressive. Did you get my question, Parvati?
I understood your question.
Okay, I'm going to give you 1 minute time for preparation, and your preparation time starts now, Parvati.
Okay, sure.
And fret not, guys, I will surely take each and every one of your names. You just need to have the art of patience. That's it, okay? And while Parvati is speaking, please, I would request you guys to pay close attention to her speaking because she happens to be such a wonderful speaker. I'm sure that you can gain a lot of insights from her as well. So I request you to listen to Parvati's part of speech. And I will take each and every one of your names, guys, I promise.
Bhuvi ma'am,
Okay.
good evening. Are you there?
Yes, Sanya, what were you saying?
Sorry for interruption, but I'm saying I can update the list of participant and I can share the screen if you want over here website.
Oh, that's so sweet, Sanya. Thank you so much. Is it
So
totally okay for you to do that?
yeah, I can do it. Like I'm listening this session, so that's what I can do. Like I can edit the participant list as well as I can share the screen if you want.
Thank you so much, Sanya. That would be really great. Thank you so much. Thanks for volunteering. That's so sweet of you. Thank you. And yes, Parvati, if you're ready, you can please start, dear.
Okay, sure. Am I audible properly?
You are crystal clear,
Okay.
crystal clear. You know what? I have told everybody that you're such a wonderful speaker, and I hope that you prove me right. Start, dear, start.
Okay, sure. First of all, a very good evening, all of you. I hope so. You all are doing well in your life. And this side, Parvati, and my topic is an impressive talk or conversation I had in my past. So, talking about the conversation, this conversation is always make me inquisitive towards the people, towards the things, or the topic which I'm discussing with any individual. Moreover, I'm having a lot of conversation with the people since I haven't believing this personally that to whoever I'm talking personally, it's inadvertently I started liking those conversation or I got indulged in the conversation naturally. So if I need to mention only like solely one conversation, then it's been one of my professor. She was in she was in the college during that time when I was having this intrigue conversation with her. I vividly remember during my graduation time, I was the person who always asked doubts and about the things, whatever I'm learning and whatever I'm having. So the time she was teaching me some theory related to some like science topic. Uh, I I started asking some questions related to the same topic, and I found that this topic is very much intriguing to me. So it's about celestial body, how planets work, and how this day night occurs and all. So since I was reading all those topics for the very first time, so I was just understanding the mechanism of how days occurring. This different planets is there, and it's huge. Like gradually, I started finding that the more I'm understanding the uh, thoroughness of the topic, this planet, how it works and how this tectonic things works, I started understanding it's quite enormous. It was beyond my imagination. Moreover, it was a very good conversation I had since I am the science student, so I always find this science related things, quite inquisitive. Then yeah, it was good and impressive one, and I found that it lasted long for, I guess, 2 or 3 hours, and it was interesting. See, like I asked a couple of doubts to the teacher, and everyone was listening uh, thoroughly. And yes, it was good conversation. It was informative, and when specifically the person who are experienced, they are sharing their insights, it's always full you your soul, or you can say your curious mind. So yeah, it was good one. Thank you.
Parvati, thank you so much. Thanks a lot. I'm beyond delighted. Let me just put it that way, listening to your voice. And you have that infectious enthusiasm in your voice, Parvati, that I completely was able to. It was so infectious to the point that I was smiling and listening to you. So, and also, since you said that you are a science student, I do have a soft spot for people who pursue science in some form or the other, in anything related to science, right? So, Parvati, let me just start by saying that you have this wonderful presence of mind to use certain words that normally people here don't use inadvertently. I just love that you used as a connector word. So that is something that I've observed. And also another thing, intriguing, which is also another word that you used. And that is also very, very, really good word, I would say, that people should use. And impressive. So that is also really good. And when you talked about, I was focusing more on content, which you were talking, and it was all on point. I would say that you meticulously answered my question. So that is there. One thing I would say, Parvati, certain words, right? Like, for example, you repeated the word intriguing. What happens? We do have a world of adjectives. And Parvati, I know for a fact that you can articulate efficiently. So for me, uh, Parvati's level, I don't think if you put your heart and soul, right, you can be in the C2 level as well. But right now in intermediate level, we need to focus, not repeating words, okay? Which is something normally people do repeat. But when a question, right, in this case, when it is a lengthy question, not just a lengthy question, a 2-minute question answer, for the 2 minutes, try with all your might not to repeat, okay? Intriguing. What are the alternatives that you can possibly use for intriguing? You can say compelling, absorbing, riveting, gripping. Okay, so start using different adjectives altogether. If you're saying intriguing in one place, just say it should be in your subconscious mind. It should get stored in your memory that you shouldn't repeat adjectives. Okay, other words we can, technical aspects probably we need to repeat. Okay, in science, technical aspects, if we are talking about a specific questions, probably the words might be limited. But when it comes to describing that feeling, words are endless. Okay, so probably you need to master more words. I know that you know more words. I just want you to utilize it on the spot. Okay, apart from intriguing, one other word that you repeated, Parvati, which I noticed, and these are just nitpicking. Okay. Thoroughly. Instead of thoroughly, you can say, I think in the context of each sentence that you used, one place it was thoroughness of the topic. And I quote, you were talking about celestial bodies there and the thoroughness of the topic. Instead of saying thoroughness of the topic, you can say the intricacies of the topic. Okay. That will be because obviously when we're talking about particular celestial bodies or how astrophysics works in general, right? You tend to get really fascinated and somewhere that it is intricated, right? You do understand there's extreme complexities when we are talking about celestial bodies. So you can use this word intricacies. And apart from this, if we were to talk another place, thoroughly. They were listening thoroughly to you. Your audience were listening thoroughly to the professor or to the question that you asked to the professor. So you can say intently, keenly. Okay. So they were very observant. We were all very observant. And when it was my time to ask questions to my professor, I noticed that some of my fellow mates were listening keenly to what I asked. Okay. So that is something that you can say. In place of thoroughly. Okay, another thing is that Parvati, whatever I said to Anshul as well. Okay, use of idiomatic expressions can beautify your speech. I stress my regular people to use as many idiomatic expressions as possible. Okay, probably in every 2 lines. And for people who have a hard time grasping hold of this language, probably they will think in one para or whatever, in 1 minute, I can possibly use just one idiom, that'll be fine. No. If you listen to great speakers, great orators, right? Probably they'll be using idioms like so effortlessly in every other sentence possibly. Okay, so start using figurative language. This is the same feedback that I told Anshul as well, which I'm probably telling it to you. And yes, hearing and when you listened, apart from, wait a second, and one other use of unnecessary filler like, but that is totally okay. I have observed in great speakers as well. Sometimes they do use like, as long as you make up for it using other really good vocabs, which you did. So it is totally fine. Just in place of like, when you're talking in a formal setup or in a semi-formal setup, you can say such as, similarly, okay? So something like this. So yes, apart from that, I totally loved your part of speaking. I was really, I was grinning from ear to ear practically when I was listening to you, Parvati. It is such a refreshing sensation for me to listen to those people who are able to emote their expressions well through speaking. Listening to you speak, Parvati, it's not exaggeration. I totally am saying this from the bottom of my heart. I think it is like reading a poem or reading or listening to an intense lyrics of my favorite song because you're able to emote so well for the question that I asked you. And it is such a privilege hosting you, Parvati. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for this beautiful feedback. It actually makes me feel, like very exceptional, to be honest. The way you took time and gave this comprehensive feedback, and with this, exquisite words. Seriously, these are very beautiful. Thank you, ma'am. You always, boost people or participants with your good compliments and the way you share the loopholes even. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, dear. Thanks a lot for those sweet words. So yes, let me just check. And because of Sanya, I just have to really be indebted to Sanya for tonight because she's sharing the screen. And let me just check. Okay, I can't check. I think I'm very bad at this. I'm egregious about it. Guys, this is a new word. I'm trying to incorporate egregious. If something is bad, say egregious. Okay. So yes, I'm really egregious when it comes to scrolling or looking at this. And this is precisely why I'm quite inactive when it comes to being online. Yes, I'm more of a real life person than a virtual person, if I think about it. Yeah, I am. So yes. So the next person will be Akshi. There's Archie and then there's Akshi. Okay. Let me just check if, and Akshi has been wanting to participate in my previous session as well. So let me just check if Akshi is here. Akshi is, let me just check, guys. Okay, I don't see Akshi. Probably it's a bedtime, I'm thinking, because I don't see Akshi at all. I'm really sorry, Akshi. This is the second time in a row that I'm missing out on you. Um, I just hope. Okay, she's not here. Probably I need to invite actually, but it is too late, and I'll feel guilty if I invite someone around 10:45 at night. I just don't have the heart to do it. But you know what? I'm just going to try. Okay. If luck would have it, then she can join. Okay, I've invited Akshi, guys. So if Akshi is not here, the next person, let me just check the next person, guys. Okay, after Akshi, it's Anam. Is Anam here? Let me just check. Okay, let me just check. Anam is here. Okay, I'm going to invite Anam. This is something that I haven't been doing for a while, but yes, I'm going to do. Yes, okay, someone is already invited. Thank you so much. Okay, now that Anam is not here, I'm just going to move on to the next person. And the next person happens to be, let me just check. It takes time, right? It's kind of time consuming for me to go back to the website and see, but I'm very old school at this sort of thing. Mr. Singh, let me just check. Mr. Singh is here. Is Mr. Singh here? Oh, guys.
Yes, ma'am.
I
Ma'am,
think,
actually, give me 2 minutes. Okay. Am I audible, ma'am?
yes, Mr. Singh, you are audible. But 2 minutes, can you
Please,
make it
okay,
1 minute?
ma'am, please give me 2 minutes. Okay. Yes, yes. Please give me 1 minute. I will be right back. Okay.
Okay, 1 minute is fine. 1 minute is fine. So in the interim, if any one of you have any query to ask me, you can go ahead and ask. Or if you have any doubts, or if you have anything to talk to me, talk to me if at all you have any doubts. But please don't make it, don't talk simultaneously. It kind of disrupts the pace of the session. Until and otherwise, Mr. Singh comes. Does any one of you present here have any question whatsoever for me? I can answer. You're all very silent. You know what? I've read this recently. Um, the common thing that people have, or I think that, what should I say this? I don't know. This particular line I came across recently, that most of the people in general, right? Most of the people would rather stay silent rather than sounding silly. And I think it is true some way or the other. Don't you guys think so? I mean, in a lot of circumstances in a group setup, right? What happens? We do stay silent. Of course, that is
Ma'am, am I
really a
audible?
good
Sorry for the
thing.
interruption.
No. Not like this way. Not this way, guys. I meant without disturbing the decorum of the session. One can even be interactive as well. That's what I wanted to say. But yes, most of the people do have that skepticism in them, that they'd rather stay silent than sounding silly when learning something. I think this is something that I've come across recently somewhere, and it kind of struck a chord with me because a lot of people do happen to be that way, right? So yes, let me just check if Mr. Singh has appeared. Probably he's having his
Ma'am, am I
dinner.
audible?
Oh,
Ma'am,
you
am I
are audible. Yes, you are. Were you the one
audible?
speaking before? Yes, you are audible, Mr. Singh. You are crystal clear. I mean, you were crystal clear just a couple of seconds ago. I think, I'm
Yes.
sorry.
Okay, ma'am. Now you
I
can
think you
proceed.
need to. Okay. Thank you for allowing me to proceed, Mr. Singh. Thanks a lot. So, Mr. Singh, is this the first time we are interacting?
No, I think it's a third or fourth time that we are interacting because like it has been a long time. Because of the shift issue, I don't talk much on VC, but I usually there, but only for listening others. But like like I try to keep regular.
You try to stay regular. Okay, fine, Mr. Singh. Thank you so much for I think yeah, I don't recall. I'm really, really sorry. I think I seem to have a pathetic memory. Although I don't recall, but I do
No
recall
worries,
those
ma'am.
people who regularly appear. But yes,
No worries.
I was also on a break. So it's, yeah, that is the reason I think. So yes, Mr. Singh, are you an IELTS aspirant?
Earlier I was, ma'am. I have done my IELTS with 6.5 band, but because of my business and my work, my communication like it's very deteriorated nowadays. I'm working on it, so you can proceed with the simple interview questions.
Communication has deteriorated. Wow. You know, there are certain vocabs that you can use in certain contexts and not in certain contexts. But yeah, I don't want to talk about that, Mr. Singh. But yes, I will be asking you a question. But tonight's all about Lindy question, okay? Cue card. So I'll be asking you a question and I'll be giving you 1 minute time for preparation. Of course, you know the drill because you happen to be an IELTS aspirant in the past, right? So I'll be asking you a cue card. Are you okay with that?
Sure, ma'am. No worries.
All right, let me just pick out a cue card for you, Mr. Singh. It's a very common question, one that has been asked a lot of times, which I'm going to ask to you today. Describe a photo that you enjoy looking at. I repeat, describe a photograph that you enjoy looking at. You should say who took it, when and where it was taken, what was the photo about. Now, I repeat the question one more time. Describe a photo that you enjoy looking at. You should say who took it, when and where was it taken, what was the photo about. Did you get my question, Mr. Singh?
Ma'am, I completely got it, but the thing is, like, I usually don't like to click photos, so I don't have much to speak on photos. So, can you interchange photos with something else?
Mr. Singh, I'm sorry I'm giggling, okay? First of all, I'm saying sorry for that. But there is a thing called imagination, right? You need to tap into
Yes,
your
ma'am, I know, like,
imaginative capabilities. How can you say bluntly, if at all a question is being asked where you need to use your imaginative capabilities, okay? Just
okay,
imagine.
ma'am,
I
let
know
me
that
try.
you're not a person. Yes. Sometimes we do have to try, okay? And trying is such a fun way of learning English, okay? Just try. Though I know that you're not good at taking photos now that you've mentioned, still just try to think, imagine, and answer. I'm going to give you 1 minute for that. Okay, 1 minute time for preparation, and your preparation time starts now to just think and respond. Okay, so here's your 1 minute time for preparation. It starts now.
I don't take right now. So,
Your voice is breaking, Mr. Singh. You want to go right away?
now am I audible, ma'am? Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, you are audible. Would you like to go right away?
Yes, ma'am.
Please go right away then. Please go ahead. Mr. Singh, are you there? Am I audible to the rest of the people present here?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible, fully audible.
Am I audible to you, ma'am?
You are audible now. Please go ahead.
Uh,
I can't for the life of me hear other than please adjust your network issue, please. I understand people are very patient here, but let's not waste anyone's time, Mr. Singh. Please go ahead.
Okay, ma'am, just a second. Ma'am, let me fix it. Just a second.
By the way, what is the question, Raji? I think that you message. Yes, you can send it to me personally, not a worry at all. I will try my best to answer,
Good
Raji.
evening, Bhuvi ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Good.
Actually, about the photo question, I wanted to give a hilarious answer, but that I can't share right now here.
Oh,
That's why.
then I will ask the same question to you as well. Okay. Then unless you're
No, as
participating, is your name on
as
the list?
already there are so many participants, so that's why I'm on the listening mode today.
Okay, Raji.
Ma'am,
Okay, fine.
sorry for the
Oh,
interruption,
that's
ma'am.
such a bummer.
May I
Yes,
interrupt?
please, Mr. Singh. Yes, yes, please go ahead. We are all waiting for you. Please go ahead.
Okay, ma'am. So now I'm okay. So to begin with, I have recently visited Firozabad. It's a state of southern UP, and why I visited there because my younger brother, day before yesterday, uh, he was I visited because of his birthday. Okay, so in addition, we had spent a very precious time in restaurant, and like I don't like to click photos, so I requested to my auntie to take some photos there. So the thing is that she had clicked so many photos, but he didn't click my photos, and I don't know why. Perhaps he had she tried for take photo, but in that photos my presence wasn't there. I would say it was a very great time I have ever had, because like I also go don't like to go with parties as well. Like I'm a kind of person. I don't know why this has happened, but it's happened with me many times. Uh, in conclusion, I would say I don't like photos, even though I don't like the people who collect photos as well. Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am, for giving me opportunities.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Singh. And first of all, I'd like to address something here. One second. While Mr. Singh was speaking, I think Ram with some sort of emoji, I think. Ram, please go ahead. Please go away. No, we don't talk rudely to anyone present here, Ram. That is not the kind of way we learn, okay? Or that's not the kind of way we talk to each and every participant. If Mr. Singh had genuinely some issue, network issue, we wait. We wait for each and every participant, and we treat everyone with respect around here. So please don't even post such message sarcastically. I request you. Okay. People are really sensitive in this day. Okay. And I don't think that one should even mock or be sarcastic to someone else. Okay. I know that you meant it with really in a light-hearted tone by the way you
Ma'am,
texted.
here, ma'am, here I want to interrupt. Actually, the thing is, Ram is my friend. That's why he mentioned this one. Sorry for that, ma'am.
Okay, okay, but you guys, I know that it was just plain old sarcasm, but don't do that, guys. Don't do that on a session. But yes, oh God, you guys. But yes, now that Mr. Singh is done, right? So I just wanted to say something to Mr. Singh. Mr. Singh, that you have there's a lot of things or a lot of areas where you need to improve, and probably that I think. But one major thing that I'd like to say is that for this question, right? I know this question was not your forte. Okay, you're not keen on clicking pictures. I know that from the way you interacted with me, right? But the thing is, every time the questions won't be in your favor, right? So you need to learn to answer questions that are being thrown at your way in a graceful manner, in a way that you don't dismiss that question bluntly. You need to say, you need to think and answer. Okay, now you did take the time and effort to think and answer, but the thing is that I want you to improve more. Okay, for that you need to read extensively, probably, or listen extensively to different speakers or people who have this kind of way of narrating things. Okay, listen to a lot of podcasts. Probably you will get a lot of insights as well. And clicking pictures, something very basic beginner question. For this, I don't think that you need to even think too much as well. So probably you went on a vacation, you just see a really beautiful sight of scenery, okay, a luscious scenery, somewhere very vibrant, and probably you had a quintessential experience. Okay, so you just don't need to think. As long as you have the words, you'll be able to articulate. Okay, so for this, I don't. In my way of teaching or hosting, I don't even want to call it teaching, I'll say hosting, okay? In my own humble way of hosting, the thing that are do's and do nots, okay? Do nots, the first thing that will come under do not is not being able to attempt a question of mine. You need to at least think, make that conscious effort to answer the question. If not, uh, I'm giving you time, right? And don't end the answer. It was very colloquial, the answer, for which, of course, being an IELTS aspirant, you probably know the drill. You probably know that you have to speak in a formal to semi-formal tone. So you ended the answer by saying that I don't like to click pictures. No, it's not the way to go about and answer a question addressed to you, right? So there's a lot of scope for learning in the way to articulate, right? Just not just in terms of sentence structures, but basic words were lacking in your speech. Previously, I don't exactly recall when we interacted previously, and I don't know what sort of a feedback I gave you back then, but I would like to strongly suggest you to start reading. Reading, when you read, you gain ideas, you gain insights. When you read, you will know the perspective of other people. When you listen to podcasts, you'll know the perspective of other people. Even if you haven't experienced a specific situation, specific feeling, when you listen to other person and when they emote themselves, right? When they express their thoughts, you will be able to understand. That is called living vicariously through someone. Okay. You need to learn the art of living vicariously. You need to learn the art of imagining something through other people's lens. Okay, that is why we kind of, you know what, sometimes we do listen to podcasts. Or you watch your favorite YouTuber. Probably you watch a favorite YouTuber who's a travel vlogger, right? When you listen to a travel vlogger, you might have not been to Switzerland, you might not have been to Finland, but listening to him, you will know this specific place, Grimmelwald, or what is it specific place that they are visiting? What are the delicacies that are being offered there? What are the kind of exquisite things that you can probably buy from that specific place? You can make a mental note of it, and probably when you actually visit that particular place, you will know where to go or how to navigate or where to approach or what to eat and what not, right? So this is where you need to have an extensive knowledge of watching something, grasping something, listening something, or reading something. Mr. Singh, now that you've cleared your IELTS, I don't want you to stop your learning process here, okay? I know that you'll probably head somewhere and you will have your own immersive experience, because obviously when you travel to a foreign land, to a Western country, you will have immersive experience by interacting with native speakers. Like it or not, you're going to do it at some point. So why not start now, right? So the feedback, key takeaway that I'm going to give you, Mr. Singh, is that you need to really learn, buck up and learn a lot, right? And I think that jokes apart, everything has its own. You can use the group either for your beneficial purpose or you can just while away, as I've already told. But yes, I do understand a certain element of fun banter is totally okay in a group setup, but don't lose focus, is what I'm trying to say. We don't want to. be a kind of mockery in front of other people. We want to elevate ourselves, and I hold myself really, really in high regard. And I want you, if at all you're participating in my participants, I want them to primarily focus on learning, and then you can probably joke around, okay, have fun around. That is totally okay. So please take this advice religiously, and please work on your speaking. So this is coming from a really sincere perspective of mine. I hope you take it. Thank you so much, Mr. Singh.
Ma'am, thank you so much for the wonderful feedback. But I also want to ask something related to the pronunciation because I
Your
know.
voice is not audible enough. Can you be a little more audible?
So now am I clearly audible to you, ma'am?
Yes, Mr. Singh, please go ahead.
Okay, so I was saying, ma'am, I have to work on my pronunciation. So can you give me some tips in order to improve my pronunciation, ma'am?
Pronunciation for exactly, okay, let me just ask you for which syllable or which sound you're having the difficulty, Mr. Singh. Now I'm really, really curious. Okay, please go ahead. And are you having difficulty with what kind of sounds are you having difficulty exactly?
Ma'am, you can check. You can give me some tongue twister, and then you will be definitely know that where I am lacking.
Perfect. So I've already given the Z tongue twisters. Let me just give you another tongue twisters. But for you, Mr. Singh, because I was slightly, ever so slightly disappointed in the way you answered me. So I'm just going to give you a big tongue twister. Okay, let's see if you're answering this. If you're game for this. Because I like to, if someone requests me, right, guys, I'm going to give them, just give me a task, Bhuvi, or just give me a task, ma'am. I'm all game for that. Okay. Let me just see. This is one of those tricky tongue twisters. Hmm. Let me just see if Mr. Singh is able to. Because your name starts with S, I'm going to give you this tongue twister. Mr. Singh. Okay. Oh God. Oh, let me just. It always puts me in such a great mood when I'm giving tongue twisters to people because oh, so many Mr. Singh. What is your um which Mr. Singh are you? There's so many Mr. Singhs. Okay, you know what? I can't tag your name. Wait a second. You are blue, Mr. Singh. Your bio is coming in blue. Okay, wait. So blue, the first one. You know what? Oh, you know what? I'll reserve this for later. I just wanted to share something with you guys, but I'll reserve that for later. Mr. Singh and the blue. Blue icon. Mr. Singh. I'm sorry, guys. I'm taking a bit of time. A bit of time. Oh, so it's just Mr. I don't know if I'm okay. I don't know. I don't know if I was able to tag you. I'm really sorry for that. But in the
Yes, ma'am.
group
Yes, ma'am.
chat,
It's all right. You already tagged, ma'am. So
it
shall
is
I?
tagged.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yeah,
So
I
shall I
love your
speak now?
enthusiasm. Thank you so much. Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. Uh, Something in a 30-acre thermal thermal thicket of thorns and thistles thumped and thundered, creating the 3D thoughts of Matthew the Thug, although theoretically it was only the 13,000 thistles and thorns through the underneath of his thigh that the 30-year-old thug thought of that morning. Ma'am, it was very complicated.
It's complicated, but that is all where the fun is. You know, this is the sort of fun we all should have on an English learning platform. Sorry, on an English learning platform. Let me just read it out. You know what? When we say tongue twisters, right? We need to say it with a certain melody to make it more interesting. Let me just do it for you. Okay, I'm also practicing this after a long time. I haven't had the trying to practice tongue twisters, but that is something that we should constantly do. Okay, Mr. Singh, this is your tongue twisters. And you know what? In this tongue twisters, in this particular one, we are going to focus on the th sound, th, and t. I think th and t. If I'm not wrong, let me just read it out aloud. Something in a 30-acre thermal thicket of thorns and thistles thumped and thundered, threatening the 3D thoughts of Matthew the Thug, although theatrically it was only the 13,000 thistles and thorns through the underneath of his thigh that the 30-year-old Thug thought of that morning. Okay, let me just try to read this fast, and then you can also probably read it out fast, okay? Ta, 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 ta. Okay. Something in the 30-acre thermal thicket of thorns and thistles thumped and thundered, threatening the 3D thoughts of Matthew the Thug. Although theatrically it was only the 13,000 thistles and thorns through the underneath of his thigh that the 30-year-old Thug thought of that morning. Yay! So now that you can probably try it as well, Mr. Singh. Do you want to try it a little bit faster now?
Ma'am, are you asking to me?
You are Mr. Singh, right? I don't see any other Mr. Singh right here. So I'm just asking
Ma'am,
you.
okay, ma'am. Let me try. Let me speak some water. Ma'am. Okay. Something in a 30-acre thermal thicket of thorn and thistle thumped and thundered, thus creating the 3D thoughts of Matthew the Thug, although theoretically it was the 13,000 thistles and thorns so the underneath of his thigh that the 30-year-old Thug thought of that morning. That's it, man.
Yeah, see, you're also able to get it to a certain extent. I think we have to just constantly practice and we'll get the hang of it. I think this is such a fun way to practice tongue twisters. You just have to have loads of fun, I would say. So I think that you're able to get the th sound, but somewhere I think because we are talking fast, right, rapidly, some minor errors. But apart from that, I think I just loved interacting with you towards the end there because a lot of enthusiasm from the way you really, really wanted to learn and want to enhance your pronunciation, right? So I just, I really, really enjoyed Mr. Singh towards the end. Thank you so much. I hope you practice. If you want to
Ma'am,
improve
just,
pronunciation,
ma'am,
practice.
just a second, ma'am. Ma'am, what was the correct pronunciation of, like, is it the line of, like, just a second, one, two, three, sixth line,
Which one, which
theoretically,
one, which one?
sixth line, first word.
Theatrically, theatrically, okay?
Yeah,
Theatrically. Okay.
yes.
Matthew the
Okay, and
Thug,
the
although
seventh one,
theatrically, seventh one, one, two, three, four, five, six, 7,000,
just a
thousand,
second, three, eighth, ma'am, thistle,
thistles, thistles,
thistle.
thistles and thorns, thistles and thorns, thistles and thorns, thistles and thorns. Okay, so you just have to have
Okay.
fun with it, and I think, and tongue twisters. You know what? When we are speaking, right? When you're uttering tongue twisters, when you're trying to attempt tongue twisters, try to use a method because that will even help you when you speak as well. Because when you speak, there should be that ebb and flow, highs and lows in your voice. Okay, when you have a high and low in your voice, that's when your voice sounds more impressive. According to me, if you have a monotone, if someone has some monotone, people won't feel like the need for listening to them. But when you have that highs and lows in your voice, you can really practice that highs and lows with the help of tongue twisters, okay? Theatrically, thistles, thorns, what else you had? Ticket, okay? So these are all the words. But apart from that, I had extreme fun interacting with you, Mr. Singh. Thank you so much. I hope you join my
Thank you so
next
much, ma'am.
session. And
Good night, ma'am.
you're well.
Good night, ma'am.
Good night. Take care, Mr. Singh. Good night. So yes, I'm done with Mr. Singh. I'm just going to move on to the next participant. And yeah, let's just move on to the next person. Mm. I never used the word emulsify, Phoenix. I never used the word emulsify. I don't think I used emulsify in any context whatsoever. Today I didn't use emulsify, and I know my words. I know what I've used and
Hello.
what not.
No, no.
Yes. Yes.
I was not talking to you. Actually, Parvati has written something to you. In that context, she has used this word, and I was,
Ah,
I messaged,
okay.
I mentioned Parvati in that message. I didn't.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. I'm sorry. I think I've read it wrong. Thank you so much for letting me know, Phoenix. Thanks a lot. So yes, I'm not reading the group chat. Uh, But yes, let me just move on to the next person, guys. Thank you so much. I'm having so much fun. Are you having fun, guys? Because I'm having loads of fun. Um, yes. So next one will be. Wait a second. Anam didn't return. Has Anam returned? Has Akshi returned? Let me just check. 1 second. Let me just check. I don't think they've returned, right? And we are going strong, guys. There are really, really good listeners. I've always been constantly appreciating my participants, but I have to say kudos to all the listeners out here because you are doing a really impressive job of listening. And listening is really key to learning something as well. Akshay is not here. Anam, I don't see Anam. So we're just going to move on to the next participant. In that case, let me just read the next participant. Read the name out loud. Sky. I like the name Sky. Sky here. Let me just check.
Hello, ma'am.
Oh,
Hello,
hi,
ma'am. How are
Sky.
you?
I'm
How are
really
you,
great. Thank you
ma'am?
so much. Thank you so much, my dear. How are you doing?
Yes, ma'am. I'm pretty well. Thanks for asking.
It's such a beautiful yellow flower that you have next to your name. I really like that.
Yes,
I just love flowers. So I love everything associated with nature. But yes, Sky, is this the first time we are interacting? Are we interacting the first time?
No, ma'am. It's our second time. Earlier, we haven't talked about this as preparation, but you just talk about the things related to this group because I've just joined this group. So you were sharing about this group, like how you can do and all things.
Really? Okay,
Yes.
probably in my IELTS session, I think. I'm not able to exactly recall. But Sky, so are you an IELTS aspirant by any chance?
No, ma'am. Currently, I'm not, but in the future, maybe I'll think about this, doing IELTS.
Great, great. Then you know what? I'm going to today's all about cue cards, and I'm going to be asking you a really,
Yes,
really
ma'am.
interesting cue card. Okay, let me just pick out one for you,
Okay.
Sky. Hmm. This is a really easy question, and I'm sure that anyone can speak at length for this question. And your question is kindly note down the question, Sky. This will be your question for the night. Is there a dog barking in the background?
Yes, ma'am. My dog is starting barking now. I don't know why. Okay, you can
You,
ask
Sky,
now.
okay, before I ask the question, do you have a dog?
Yes, ma'am. I have.
So what is the name
Yes,
of
his
your
name
pet? What is the name of
Tyson. His name Tyson.
Tyson? Which breed is he?
A German Shepherd.
Wow. You know what? German Shepherds are the most loyal and faithful dogs ever, I think.
Mhm.
And they're very intelligent, German Shepherds. I love the way.
Even like he's a pooky dog. Yeah, he don't bark at all. Like he just like to play with the people and cute puppy. He's not aggressive dog.
You
Yeah.
know what? I've read this somewhere that just like humans, right? Even animals have their own unique personalities, quirky personalities, and that includes dogs as well. Even dogs have their own unique personality traits. I think some dogs are really reticent, whereas some dogs are very, very
Mhm.
loved and in your face. So I have a dog. I know a dog in my community where I reside. He's also a German Shepherd. Another one. I'm not going to talk about the other dogs that I come across, but Gary, his name is Gary, okay?
Gary.
He has a
Okay.
personality on his own. And you know what? Whenever he sees me, he literally jumps up to me and he literally jumps up to me. I mean, he can touch my shoulders. Can you believe
Mm.
it? German Shepherds are so
Yeah.
adorable. They're so adorable, but they don't know the size of their own. You know, he's so big and he's like really big and massive. But yeah, I just love interacting with him. I just think animals have their own personality. So I just talk
Is your like
like, yeah.
like Gary? Is he
Yeah.
your neighbor's dog?
Sorry, see what?
Like neighbor's dog? Gary.
Yes, Gary is my neighbor's dog. He's in my community, but on another block. But yes, I just love him. I just love animals, especially dogs. Dogs are my
Dogs.
absolute
Yeah,
favorites. Yeah. So,
I'm
uh,
also
so
dog
now,
lover.
so now that Tyson is not talking, not barking, let's just get on with our session.
Okay.
Uh, I'm going to be asking you this question. Okay, so yes, your question for the night, Sky, would be, let me just read it out aloud. Kindly note it down. Describe an unforgettable experience that you had. I repeat, describe an unforgettable experience that you had. You should say when and where it happened, what happened, why, sorry, who you were with, and explain why it is unforgettable. Did you get my question, Sky?
Yes, I already got your question, ma'am.
Okay, fabulous. Then I'll give you 1 minute time for preparation and post which you can answer. Okay, and your 1 minute time for preparation starts now, Sky.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Please go ahead, Sky.
Okay. So, okay. Hello, hello everyone. Sky this side. I hope all of you are doing great. And just allow me a moment to just appreciate our wonderful host who is conducting this session. And thank you so much, ma'am, for giving me this wonderful opportunity to speak with you. Well, ma'am, talking about an experience, unforgettable experience, which I had in my life. So, okay, well, ma'am, it was a few months ago, like a 8 9 month ago. At that moment, I was just sleeping, and so in the morning it was raining, and my father he just came to my bed, and he just starting saying like he got uh, he was going to actually my father he went to with our dog um, for a walk. So he just came to my home, and he just starting crying, and he starting saying like about there was a big car who just running fast quickly, and he just like our dog who met with an accident because in the morning there was a early morning, and so there was a driver who got drunk, and he was just driving so quickly, and because of that my one of my like adorable dog he got met with the accident, and he came to my place and started crying, and in the morning it was around at 5 a.m., and I was feeling crying, and I was also crying with my father because it was our first dog. And if I talk about my earlier dog, his name was also Tyson, and he was so much adorable, and it was unforgettable moment for me till now because he was the only dog w- I used to eat with him, and I used to play with him in my free time. I used to go walk for with him. So it was an emotional moment for me, my family. We like after dying our dog, we didn't eat food for 2 days. So it was such an emotional moment for my family member. Everyone is crying. So I would say like this is the first unforgettable moment which I haven't forget. Yes, ma'am, I completed.
Thank you so much, Sky. Thank you so much. You know what? While listening to you, um, I was kind of able to understand what you're saying and the story behind your sadness, right? Or behind your grief, right? But then towards the end, when I heard this Tyson barking, I was relieved. Okay, thank God she has another dog now. Thank God he's
Ma'am,
doing
there was a
fine.
strong story behind of this one dog. Like there was a neighbors where we lived earlier. So there was a neighbors who gave this dog to us. There was a one female dog who was having two pets like a puppies, who was having to birth new babies. So because of neighbors they gave me this dog. And because of after 2 to 3 months, this like a new one dog like a Tyson, he born. So we did this name too like a Tyson, because of neighbors gave us this dog after he got to know about this story of our earlier dog.
Okay. Sky, thank God. You know what? Count our blessings. That's what I'm getting reminded now. So the thing is, it's good that now everything is okay, right? I mean, um, it's kind of heavy, but I don't know. I mean, people who have dogs or people who are animals, only they will be able to resonate with what you're saying and the loss of a pet. Oh my God, it can deeply, deeply impact our lives, and I can totally understand that, Sky. Now, coming to your answer in itself, okay? So for the question that I asked you, Sky, right? One thing that I absolutely love about your speaking, Sky, is that you are able to you have that emotional touch in your voice, so that when you're answering, I'm literally feeling like I want to listen to this girl. Whatever she's able to emote, I'm able to understand. I'm able to feel the same emotion within me. So that is the biggest plus when it comes to articulating, right? Having said that, Sky, we need to work on a lot of areas in your speaking skills, okay?
Yes,
Now, when it
ma'am.
comes to answering with certain words, okay, now you do have words for in certain context, okay, that's how I'd like to put it. You're able to manage words. Now, there is a thing. The fact of the matter is, in one speaking ability, right? There's called managing, and then there's called mastering. When you're managing, you're basically you're just touching that intermediate first stage, not touching um, A2 to B1 probably. Okay. I have taken exams, so I probably know to a certain extent where a person is standing, right? Although I'm not a certified trainer, I have taken a couple of exams, so I know that. The thing is, in your case, right, when you're able to express words, but not in the right context, you're able to say some words, but not in the right context. Let me quote and say it out to you. Okay, then you'll be able to understand. For example, you said when that accident happened, right? You said the uh, driver drove quickly and there
Right.
was an accident, right? So in place of quickly, quickly is not the apt word to use in that particular context. You can say the driver was rash. Okay, a driver drove rashly, or it was rash driving on his part. Okay, so rashly, rash driving, that is the apt word to be used in this particular context. Okay, another thing, wait a second, wait a second. Uh, the words that you're using, right? For example, you were sad. You were sad. That is the word that you use to express your um, feeling when, yes. Instead of sad, sad is a very basic word, Sky. You're not, when you're looking to enter into that intermediate level, you should say some other word. You were dejected. You were dismayed. You were heartbroken. Initially, we were terrified when we heard the news, but when we heard and appalled as well, appalled. Okay, so these are all some good words to be incorporated to express your emotions. When you're happy, when someone is happy, they are elated, they are ecstatic, they are delighted, they are enraptured, they are rapturous, they are pleased, they are thrilled, they are chuffed. Okay, but when someone is sad, they are dejected, they are dismayed, they are heartbroken, they are down in the dumps, they are reduced to tears, there's a lump in the throat, they are wallowing in self-pity. So there are lots of expressions, okay? I want you for basic emotions, anger, sadness, um, what else? Happy, quiet, okay, so it's not emotion, but yes, anger, sadness, happiness, and when you're angry, infuriated, furious, what else you can say? So many expressions that you can possibly use, okay? Because emotions are a part of our daily life, and when we speak in English, emotions, we do speak to our emotions. So you need to have at least 2 or 3 synonyms handy for each kind of emotions that you're using. Okay, so that is something that I'll give it to you, Sky. Another major thing that I've observed in your part of the speaking is that you have a lot of mother tongue influence, such as was, feeling, like you're saying it in that way. Okay, that needs to go off. For that, the main thing that I will say, probably you guys know, everyone in English learners would be adept at this and probably know this. Follow the shadowing technique. Now, I have already stressed about the shadowing technique time and again, but one thing is to follow the shadowing technique accurately. There is a difference between shadowing and repetition. A lot of people get confused there, okay? We are not going to repeat sentences. We are not going to repeat words. We are going to shadow. Shadowing is similar to a person walking and the shadowing following you, right? Moving past, it should happen in motion. Whereas what happens, a lot of people, I have observed this, they do shadowing, but with pauses. You listen to a sentence, you pause in the podcast, or you're watching a video of a person speaking, a native speaker speaking, and what you do, you're shadowing it wrongly. What happens when you shadow, right? You have to literally talk simultaneously along with the speaker. Say, for example, I'm talking like this. Talk something, Sky. Say, for example, you're talking, why don't you talk to me about something? Just talk to me about your dog, Tyson. I will tell you how to make shadowing. Just talk to me about Tyson.
Right now, ma'am.
Right now, ma'am.
Ma'am, could
Talk.
you?
Ma'am, could you please? Talk, talk, talk. Talk in a fast way. Talk in a swift
I
way.
have to just talk about
I have suggested talk about. No, you keep talking.
Tyson.
I'm
Tyson.
just shadowing you, Tyson. Yes, I'm just
Yes.
shadowing you,
Yes.
Sky. Yes, just talk in a flow. You keep talking. I'm just going to shadow you, basically.
I really
Okay,
love
I
Tyson
really love
because
my Tyson because
I
I
play with
then
him.
I'm
I
with
enjoy
him and
myself,
I
and he's
enjoy
such a
myself and
cute
he is
and adorable puppy.
adorable puppy.
And yeah,
And yeah.
sorry,
So
ma'am.
this is how you need to shadow, okay? When you're listening to a native speaker, you have to talk simultaneously along with them, whatever words you're listening, okay? Initially, it can be wrong, but that is how you shadow, and that is how you kind of get even the right pronunciation or accent for that matter. Uh, One thing for beginners, now for me, in my eyes, Sky, you have to improve. a lot. Okay, so I feel that you are in a beginner category. So for that, you have to improve a lot. Great tactic is that follow shadowing technique. Okay, now there are different methods of shadowing. One is mumble shadowing. Okay, mumble shadowing, basically what happens in mumble shadowing is that when you're first listening to an audio or first you're watching a video of a native speaker speaking, right? So initially you might not be able to get the words to say it out aloud. You might not be able to shadow properly. So you just mumble inside, okay? Just mumbling and repeating whatever he or she is saying. And if you really like the person articulating, you can just listen to it second time around and you can follow proper shadowing. Another method, shadowing method is script shadowing. Okay, script shadowing is basically if at all you have the script in hand, right? I strongly suggest script shadowing for beginners because what happens when you have the script, for example, you're watching a show, common show that probably you're watching Friends, okay? You're watching Friends on Netflix or somewhere, okay? You know what exactly Phoebe will be talking, you know exactly what Rachel will be talking, and you can, if you have that script in hand, probably you will say the same dialogues. Okay, it is very easy to script shadow, but once you get adept at shadowing technique, right? You can probably use it without any mumble shadow or script shadowing. Okay, you can just right away shadow. So shadowing technique is basically you're just going to do it simultaneously as the speaker speaks. If you're pausing in YouTube, you're watching your favorite podcaster or your favorite influencer speaking in an interview, right? When you're doing that, say for example, there are lots of good native speakers because I feel that you are probably in your, I don't know, I'm kind of sensing you're probably in your teens or early 20s. Probably you will be able to resonate with some of the podcasters. I will suggest you certain podcasters that I feel are really good or efficient when it comes to shadowing. Okay. Let me just pick. So there's a girl called Ruby Granger. Okay, she's a really great speaker and a vlogger. Speaker as in not like an orator, but she is pursuing her degree from Oxford University. So if at all you want to gain that British accent, probably you can follow Ruby Granger. Okay, she vlogs the daily life at Oxford University, and she has this distinctive British accent, which I absolutely love in her. She's very young, probably in her teens or early 20s, a girl, and she is so talented. And probably if you shadow Ruby Granger, probably you'll get it. And there's, if you really, if you're gravitating towards American accent, probably there's this girl called Taylor Bell. She's a lifestyle vlogger. If you're shadowing her, probably you'll gain that American accent. And apart from these two, if you want, in terms of English learning, if you want to shadow someone, there's a channel, there's a girl called Lingua Marina. I really love Lingua Marina's tips for English as well. So probably you can shadow her. Just like she has these lengthy videos where you can really gain valuable insights, and you can probably shadow Lingua Marina as well. And also another thing, if someone is a travel vlogger, right? If you really are a travel content when it comes to you like to absorb travel content basically, then you can follow a lot of travel bloggers as well and shadow them as well. Okay, so let me just okay. So another, if at all guys want someone to shadow, then there's one guy that I really love. Not love exactly. I think that I've been listening to a lot of his videos lately, and he's Matthew Hussey. Matthew Hussey is a life coach, guys, so probably you can shadow Matthew Hussey. And also for you, another one girl, there's Sydney Serena as well, but I don't want to bombard you with too many influencers' names because then it is very specific, right? It is a personal preference at the end of the day. Each one absorbs content, different content online. So probably you might not be into the same content as me. So I'm just going to give you these tips, okay? Follow shadowing technique because for you, Sky, it will make a world of difference in your speaking. And I promise, and I'm writing it give it to you as long as you make it a practice. Okay, do it every single day. Okay, so and your mother tongue issue will go if you shadow. Okay, do that. So yes, other than that, I just love that you were vulnerable to me. I think that is the right word to use because you were practically talking about your personal instance about your pet, right? So only vulnerable people can share this, and I felt that somewhere you're very smart. You can learn and improve really well because you are very good at emoting, and that is your biggest plus side. So I want you to practice shadowing and work and improve in your speaking skills. Okay. Thank you so much, Sky. It's been such a pleasure. Thanks a lot.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for your valuable feedback. I will definitely work on it.
Thank you so much, dear. Thank you. I'm really sorry I took some time for Sky because Sky, I feel that she also has a lot of potential and I really want her to improve as well. So I'm done with Sky. I'm just going to move on to the next person. Let me just check. There's next one. Okay. Ryuk Phoenix Ram. Okay, I'm really sorry, rest of the people. I'll just try my best to host people. I'll just check. Okay, if there's Ryuk. Ryuk is not here. I don't see Ryuk. And we're going to go to Phoenix. Is Phoenix here?
Hello, hi ma'am, how are you?
Hi, Phoenix. I'm doing great. How are you doing, Phoenix?
Yeah, I'm good and I'm feeling so honored, privileged, and fortunate to be here.
This is so wonderful to listen to. But Phoenix, why do I sense that your voice sounds husky? Are you in bed, Phoenix?
Oh, yeah,
Okay, are you up for your question? Because I don't want to disturb your sleep time. You can listen if you want to.
I have I have talked to you personally.
You texted me over the week,
Yeah.
over last week after the last session. Yes, I do recall. I know your name. So, but I haven't talked to you. You have texted me. So this is the
Mhm.
first time we are speaking, right? I did receive your voice message though. So tell me, Phoenix. Uh, First of all, I just wanted to ask you, why don't you tell me a bit about yourself?
Okay, so I am Phoenix and so I should introduce myself.
Yes, please. And why did you select this Phoenix? I know what Phoenix means. But yes, please go ahead and introduce yourself to us, Phoenix, please.
Okay. Okay. So this is Phoenix this side and I have completed my schooling in a Hindi medium and after that I have completed my 12th in my state board. After that I have done my engineering and after that I am working in a corporate in a company and and if I talk about my hobby is writing. I love to write poetry. I love to write a story and I'm a I'm a very good player of chess and I love to play football and yeah in hobby you can ask any specific question as well. If I do you want to include any specific question?
Yes, I will come to that. Phoenix, okay, the one thing that I really want to address here, guys, this is something that I've been listening constantly ever since the time I've hosted sessions, and this is something that a lot of you do here, is that when I'm asking someone to introduce themselves, right? You guys say your name, say for example, and I'm quoting Phoenix because this is the person that I'm lately listening to, right? And currently listening to. So he just introduced himself saying, and I quote, "Hi, hi, my name is Phoenix. This side." What did you say? What did you exactly say? My name is Phoenix. This side. You know what? I don't know. Hi, this is Phoenix. This side or something. Don't use this side. Okay. Don't use. Even though we are on a virtual learning platform, it is grammatically incorrect to be using such a phrase. When you're introducing yourself, we all know that you are Phoenix. Okay, I'm just going to start by saying, "Hi, everybody, I'm Phoenix." Um, let me introduce myself. Okay, hi, everybody, I'm Phoenix. I've completed my board exams and I also had my degree, and currently I'm working in a corporate sector. If I have to describe myself in a few words, I'd say that I'm a sports fanatic. I love playing chess and I love football as well. I do watch matches apart from playing those games as well. And I think that I'm quite energetic when it comes to interacting with people. And I think I'm more of a socially outgoing person. Describe your personality in a few words. And also, you don't have to use this side, okay? When you're saying introducing, that is redundant. It's not necessary, Phoenix, not just for Phoenix, whoever introduces themselves, right? On a group setup, you don't have to use that. Um, you can just go ahead and say, I'm so and so. And you can just right away start about your interest or what have you done lately. If you're not willing to talk about your education or your hometown or something, yes. So you can just, if you want to be really furtive or clandestine about that, it's totally okay because it is in a group setup, right? That's totally okay. But yes, when you're describing about yourself, just let us know a bit about your personality because I tend to say that I'm quite reticent and I can be a recluse at times as well. But Phoenix here is a really, really gregarious person because he plays sports and sports is a team spirit, right? I mean, it involves team spirit. So that is something that I really admire in you, Phoenix.
No, no.
Now, coming to your question, right?
Yeah,
Sorry, what?
I want to say something. Like,
Yes,
you
please.
you asked me to introduce myself, and I'm not bad in that. I can introduce myself in a very good way, but it is a platform where I was little hesitating when tell me some about myself, my personal thing that. So it is the very first time I was talking about, I have done this, I'm doing that, and I am working in that company. So that was the reason I was little hesitating.
I mean, that is totally okay. None of us, I don't think that any one of us mentions a company or wherever, specifically where we are working. We don't want to do that, right? I mean, it's always good to be wary of strangers online. It's totally, totally okay. Okay. Just I'm talking about from a trait point of view, personality trait point of view. You can just describe that in a few words. That's totally okay. Now coming to your cue card, okay? This is where we are going to actually ask you a question, okay? So whatever that you're saving up for, right? You can express here fully, Phoenix, all right? So let me ask you a question. I don't know if you know the drill files, but there's going to be a cue card, okay? This is practically a cue card round, okay? So when I'm asking you a question, I want you to answer it, Lynn, for approximately 2 minutes, okay? I will give you 1 minute time for preparation if you want. I'm just going to ask you a really easy question. Okay, Phoenix?
Okay, okay.
Okay, let me just pick out your question. Okay, this is your question, Phoenix. Describe a live performance you enjoyed watching. I repeat, describe a live performance you enjoyed watching. You should say who performed in it, what kind of performance it was, when you watched it, and explain why you enjoyed. Did you get my question, Phoenix?
Yeah, I got it.
Would you like 1 minute time for preparation?
No, no, I can answer.
Please go right. Please go right away, please.
Yeah, I can remember one performance was from Arjit Singh. He was singing, and what a beautiful performance it was. He was singing in a very melodious voice, and mm, there he was singing many songs. And the most interesting thing that attracted me a lot, that people started crying just because the song he was connecting people with their heart, and uh, the way the emotions, the all everything was very mesmerizing, and he has created a magical environment in just because of his singing. And one more thing, how can I forget this? That Arjit Singh is a person who, when he sings, he doesn't only sing. He he tried to share emotions which is in our heart by his singing, and and such a such a calm and composed person he was, that despite knowing this fact that he's a star, people are fan of him, but he is maintaining he was maintaining an aura, so that everyone from the every level of the society, from rich class to a lower class, can connect with him. And someone who is a 60-year-old, someone who is 30-year-old, someone who is 20-year-old, everybody seeing that, everybody feel that the song which is being sung by Arjit Singh is the feeling of his heart or her heart. So it is the magic of Arjit Singh. So it was a video on YouTube of 45 minutes, and there was a girl who was uh, just came up after her breakup, and he Arjit Singh was singing Tum Hi Ho, and when the moment he started singing this Tum Hi Ho, the girl got tear in her eyes. So it was a very magical and what can I say, a very emotional moment, and I was watching. I also got tear in my eyes. So this is because I have watched almost hundreds of live performance in YouTube. But performance, um, people perform good, people perform bad. It depends. But a performance which is not it, which cross the level of you know performance when it became the your lifetime memory. So this is Arjit Singh. This was the performance. So I think 2 minutes are done. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, it is. Thank you so much, Phoenix. Thanks a lot. You expressed so beautifully. Thank you so much, first of all, for accepting. And you didn't take 1 minute time for preparation. I think you're the only person who didn't take 1 minute time for preparation. Thank you so much for that. First of all, Arijit Singh, I think I've spoken about him not before the same question, and I think that I'm also a fan of Arijit Singh, and he has such a soulful voice, and he's able to sing in such a way that it invokes emotional depth. Okay, it has that emotional depth, and it'll be able to resonate a lot. I think that there's also a certain touch of nostalgia when I listen to singing because of my time, right, spent with my friends and everything. So you really answered wonderfully, Phoenix. One thing that I would say is your biggest plus, right? You have such a polite tone, very calm tone. I don't know if I've told this to any. I don't think I told this to any other participant tonight. But yes, for you, I think that. Maybe because it is nighttime, probably you're in your bed, but you have this very calm tone to you. Okay, so that is really very, it sounds so pleasing to the ears, I would say. Mm, Apart from that, you used really good words, melodious, beautiful, interesting, attracted, mesmerizing. These are the words that you used to describe Arijit's performance, right? Now, when you talk about performance, rather than saying beautiful or rather than saying interesting, you can say scintillating. That is really a good word to use probably when you're describing a performance or live event, right? It is such a scintillating performance. Okay, a word that I'm suggesting to you, a better alternative that you can possibly use, are electrifying.
Can
The
can
performance
you
was
please?
electrifying. Yeah?
No, no. I got this word electrifying. I know this word, but before this word, you have said simply. Can you please write that word? Simplificating.
Yes. One second, one second. Uh, it's something that I think you'd also probably know. Um, Phoenix. Um, okay, at Phoenix, I don't know. Okay. There's so many Phoenix here. I don't know which Phoenix. Okay, wait
Okay.
a second. With the
You can
Buddha
you can
picture,
you can
the first
you,
one. Okay.
You can text me my DM as well, not an issue.
This one.
Okay,
So, okay, I
okay.
just texted. Okay, this is the word scintillating. Okay, so you can use these words. Okay, when apart from normal words, these stand out a little bit more, right? So you can possibly use these words. And one other thing that I wanted to tell you, Phoenix, is that when you're saying that you use this phrase, and I quote, connecting people at heart, or connecting people, when you listen to that singer, you were able to connect, right? He's able to connect youngsters and adults as well. So this word, this idiomatic expression, you can possibly use tugging at our heartstrings. Okay, use this idiomatic expression because when you express through idiomatic expression,
Can you write
uh,
maybe that?
okay, wait a second. Um, I think every one of you guys would have probably heard of this. And okay, so this is the idiomatic expression. So you can use this as well. Apart from that, for you, Phoenix, I would say that you have no difficulty in answering a question that is as simple as this one, right? You didn't take time, so that is really a great thing about your part of speaking. But I don't know how you will talk when I'm asking you certain complicated level questions, but that's totally okay. These are everyday questions that we need to master, and you're probably doing a fabulous job at it. Um, if at all you need to improve, right? One thing I would say, this is probably something you're already doing, and yeah, observing content online, which you can do. And one thing that I will strongly suggest you, because you did say that you want to improve, right? Is to start thinking in English as well, not think in your mother tongue or native language. Start thinking in English as well, whatever feelings or expressions or whatever that you're going to, whatever thoughts you have and whatever that you want to vocalize, right? Start thinking in your head in English. Okay, gradually, you won't be able to think in any other language.
Okay.
Obviously, you'll be able to think. But
Oh,
yes, you will make this one the priority. And when you're watching content online, please don't watch it with subtitles. That is something a lot of people do when they are learning English. They think it is very easy to watch with subtitles. Don't do that. It kind of impedes your way of learning. Even when you're guessing, right? You just guess. Do some guesswork when you're watching a series or a show. Just what he or she would have spoke. If at all you're not able to get it, then yes, you can turn on the subtitles, pause, turn on the subtitles, and then probably get that sentence or word that you really were looking for, right? And then you can probably master it. Okay. Apart from that, I've already spoken to Sky about shadowing and the different forms of shadowing. Probably you can do that as well. And one second, I just want to recommend. Um, one
yeah.
second.
When
So you can follow. Yeah, you can follow Brett Conti or Matthew Hussey if you want to follow shadowing. They are very good native speakers who are
Matthew
really good
Hussey,
at shadowing. Okay.
Matthew Hussey, and before, yeah, I got this name Matthew Hussey. I know him, and before that, the name you have told I didn't get. Can you write that?
You know what, Red Conti, but I don't want to bombard you, okay? Sometimes it tends to get overwhelming when you're trying to shadow. The first thing is that pick up one person. I'm not necessarily saying just pick up Matthew Hussey only. No, you can
Hey,
pick up
hello,
anyone
hello.
that you want
Can you
to.
explain what are you talking about?
Shiha, please be on mute. Session is not over yet, and I'm really sorry. I'm going way out of my time here. You can just carry on once I'm done with the session, which will be in a matter of minutes, I promise. So yes, Phoenix. Just don't follow shadowing technique for a non-native speaker, right? Say, for example, Indian or any other non-native speaker. I know a lot of people tend to do that, but it kind of the purpose kind of becomes futile, okay, if you follow non-native speaker practically, even though they are really good at vocalizing, okay, even though there are some really good speakers, efficient speakers or influencers who do talk really good English in India or maybe other non-native parts of the world, right? So, but the thing is, when you follow a native speaker, Australian, Canadian, American, or someone Brit, right, a Britain, someone from written, right? So you will be able to get not only that accent would be right, these are all American pronunciation, Canadian, UK pronunciation are what is available on dictionaries, right? Cambridge Dictionary, Oxford, Collins, Merriam-Webster's. So these are all applicable pronunciation. That is why follow shadowing technique only for native speakers, okay? And pick one speaker for 1 month. Try to watch his or her each video and shadow simultaneously. If you're pausing and shadowing, that is not called shadowing, that is called repetition. Don't do that. Follow shadowing, okay? So
Okay,
initially it might
so,
be hard.
so
Even if you make mistakes, that is perfectly fine, but that's how
so
you learn,
yeah,
okay?
yeah. So you are suggesting me that I should just follow Matthew Hussey only, right?
No, I'm not exactly asking you to specifically follow Matthew Hussey. If you're not into that kind of content, how will you even follow shadowing? I'm just giving you an example. He's a good speaker. He's an American life coach, I think. Yes, and also he's an author. So you can follow him to get, if you are into really good content, you can probably follow him. But you know what? It is according to personal preference. If you're into travel vlogs or travel shows, you can probably shadow someone who's a travel vlogger or a travel influencer, right? So it is entirely up to you. As long as you follow a native speaker, you will see improvement in your shadowing technique. But for shadowing technique, you have to make it a habit. If you're not making it a habit, it won't work. If you're only doing it 1 day and not doing it for a week, saying that you're busy at work or something, then it's not going to work. You have to make it a habit. Okay, so try shadowing as an everyday habit, and I'm sure that you will improve. But for me,
Okay.
I think that you have such a really good way of expressing your thoughts and ideas, and I'm sure that once you keep learning more and more and more, you will improve. Because English, at the end of the day, English language is like a whirlwind of experiences. What kind of experiences you want to gain is entirely dependent on what you want to learn. So yes, thank you so much, Phoenix. Thanks a
Yeah.
lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got it. Actually, there are two words in which I struggle a lot. Can I practice with you? Only two words.
Uh, right now,
Yes.
what are those two words? What do you want to practice? What are those two
Mm,
words? Give it to me.
One word is session and another word is just.
What?
Actually, I'm writing. Word is session
Session.
and
Session.
just. Yeah, and it is just. Yeah, these two words
Just.
yeah. So actually, yeah, Samira ma'am, who conduct IELTS session in this VC, who has, told me so many times that my pronunciation for these two words are very wrong. So
Okay, you
I
know
am
what? Just for this, I'm going to give you a quick tongue twister. I know I'm way out of time now. I hope my admins will be understanding. Just let me give you a quick tongue twister, okay? Wait a second, wait a second. First session, you need to master the sh pronunciation, okay? First, sh pronunciation, let me just, I think I've given previously one. Mm, okay, let me just, okay. I think this will be the right one. But then there are so many tongue twisters. Probably you don't need me or you don't need any host. When you're comfortable, even before sleep time, you can probably practice tongue twisters. I think this is Sir Sound basically. Try to read this aloud for me, Phoenix.
okay. Can I read?
Please do.
Okay. She owned a saw, and Mr. Shore owned a seesaw. Now she sawed Mr. Shore seesaw. Before Shore saw she, which made sore. Had Shore seen saw, saw would not have sawed Shore's seesaw. So sawed Shore's seesaw. But it was sad to see Shore so sore, just because she saw sword, source, seesaw.
Uh, you don't have any difficulty in sir pronunciation, okay? I think probably that seashells is where you want to master.
Okay. Can I say
She, right?
can I say this word? Season. Is it correct? Season.
Oh God. No, I'm starting to lose it. Okay, session. Say sure. Say
Okay.
sure. Okay, sure.
Okay.
Say
Okay.
sure. Session. Session.
Season.
Session.
Okay.
Not session. It is session. Okay.
Okay. Season. Correct.
Okay. Say the word seashells. I just want to clarify. Seashells.
Seashells.
Seashells. You want
Okay.
to
Sorry.
master it. You need to master it. You need to master it. And this one, oh my God, what is wrong with my eyes? I've been totally listening to you guys and suddenly I'm not able to see this brightness. Okay, wait a second. See, see on just, oh, wait a second, wait a second. I just want to check whether I know tongue twisters make absolutely, okay, sorry. It is like Mr. C. Sorry, I just have to edit it. One second. That's what I was wondering. Because sometimes what happens, tongue twisters, they are absolutely meaningless, but it's just for fun. There's no contextual meaning to it. So yes. So Mr. C owned a saw and Mr. Soar owned a seesaw. Now seesaw sawed Mr. Soar's seesaw before Soar saw C, which made Soar soar. Had Soar seen seesaw would not have, what is this? Saved or sought? Oh my goodness, wait a second, guys. Let me just do it from the first. I'm sorry. Mr. C owned a saw and Mr. So owned a seesaw. Now seesaw, oh God, my eyes. It is sawed? Yes. Mr. C owned a saw and Mr. Soar owned a seesaw. Now seesaw sawed Mr. Soar's seesaw before Soar saw C, which made Soar soar. Had Soar seen seesaw would not have sawed Soar's seesaw. So seesaw sawed Soar's seesaw, but it was sad to see Soar so just because seesaw sawed Soar's seesaw. Oh my God. This is for sir pronunciation. It is not for sure pronunciation. You have to master seashells. She sells seashells by the seashore. Okay, that's one. Okay, it has a passage. It has few lines. Try to master the phoenix. Okay, and do
Okay.
it at the comfort of your home. Okay, and each and every one of you, if at all you're having any sort of difficulty, please do practice tongue twisters for that syllable or for that sound that you're having particular difficulty in. Okay, I'm really sorry. Now I'm
Hello,
up.
guys.
My time's up. I really have to wrap up the session. 1 second, whoever's speaking, Mermaid, kindly give me a few seconds. I'll wrap up my session, okay? Because I'm nearing towards the end of my session. So yes, I'm really wiped out, guys. I'm really wiped out. It's way past midnight, not almost midnight. Oh my gosh. It's way past midnight and it's time for me to say adieu to each and every one of you present here. I just want you guys to know that your patience as well as your positive attitude, along with your willingness to listen attentively, have indeed created a wonderful learning environment tonight. So thank you all for being such sweet, supportive, and should I say the most considerate people around. It means the world to me when people respond to me with such kindness, earnestness, and geniality. So before I part, there's something I want to read out to you. It's a passage from a book which is basically a collection of letters called Along the Way. It is written by Nikki Banners Vaughan. It is such lively, should I say also, should I add lovely, uplifting, supportive words through and through, okay? I'm going to read out this excerpt. It's from her book. Let me just read it out quickly for you guys because it will put you in that really positive spirit. Okay, so I'm just going to do that. Just take it. Okay, I'm going to quote, "Life does not always go in a straight line. Things get messy and tangled, and our paths twist and turn in many directions. The right things happen at the wrong time and opportunities get passed by. Some things happen that we just cannot understand in the moment, no matter how badly we want an answer. And some things that we wish would happen just never do. Life can be a little messy, but that does not mean that it cannot be wonderful, because even in the messiness, even in the midst of not knowing what to do or where to turn to, there are still so many beautiful moments. There's still love and joy and light. There's still laughter and kindness. So maybe life is indeed messy, but maybe it does not need to be anything else. Maybe it is in all of the messiness that we can see all of the things that matter most of all. It is by Nikki Vaughan from her book Along the Way. If at all you get hold of the book, I think that it is quite uplifting, and I reiterate that, guys. So, with this beautiful thought and parting for the night, I feel sometimes in this world, it is totally filled with a lot of brutalities. We hear a lot of things, right? But on the other hand, I also think that there's a certain element of goodness around as well. So I hope you all come across such good things and be surrounded with positive experiences. For I can only wish, hope, and pray for all of your well-being right here. Okay, from a bit afar. So yes, in this harsh world, let's be kind in our thoughts, actions, and words. Let your gentleness be apparent to all. Good night. Until next time, it's Dr. Bhuvi, your host and your well-wisher from afar. Bye, guys.
Good morning.